In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office, Orlando.
Take some time and think of the most beautiful sights you've ever seen. You know, you only have two eyes. Would you trust their care to just anyone? Of course you wouldn't. The Filatowski Eye Institute offers the latest state-of-the-art LASIK technology, and their team has performed over 65,000 LASIK surgeries. There's so much to see in this world. Make sure you see it clearly with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your consultation today. The Filatowski Eye Institute is the smart choice and only choice for LASIK vision correction.
Having trouble sleeping? On the podcast Nothing Much Happens, join yoga and meditation teacher Catherine Nicolai for peaceful bedtime stories to help you relax. Catherine weaves brain training techniques and storytelling to take your mind to a calm and comfy place.
Welcome to Bedtime Stories for Everyone, in which nothing much happens. You feel good, and then you fall asleep.
Listen to Nothing Much Happens on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Now this is a Dunkin' Run. A $3 sausage, egg, and cheese with a medium or larger coffee.
I'm going on a Dunkin' Run. You want anything?
Oh, a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and a hot coffee.
You got it.
Wait, actually, a sausage, egg, and cheese and an iced coffee. Time for a Dunkin' Run. Add a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese to a medium or larger coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid with the purchase of a medium or larger coffee. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
You can experience firsthand the real benefits of battery-powered outdoor landscaping equipment by Stihl at your local Tools Ace Hardware. And remember, Stihl products are only sold through servicing dealers like Tools Ace Hardware, which means you can't find Stihl equipment at the big box stores. Stihl battery-powered equipment has long run times and the ability to switch easily between multiple tools like edgers, trimmers, and blowers. Stop by one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 Stihl locations with service and repair centers right inside their stores. It's no secret Stihl outdoor power equipment is synonymous with quality and reliability. And now you can get that same great quality and reliability from Stihl's brand new outdoor battery powered tools and equipment. With 12 locations all throughout Central Florida, chances are there's a Tools near you. Find your Tools Ace Hardware and shop online for your brand new Stihl battery-powered outdoor tools and equipment at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
O'Reilly. Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, August 21st, 2023. Lots to get to today, from the California Hurriquake to please keep your clothes on, I'm begging, and there are cameras inside your apartment, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
C-Lane is out. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Monday.
Here we are. We got a lot ahead of us for this week. Interesting stuff happening on the show for sure. We're going to have our friend Amy Caulfield joining us soon, and we'll see what she's up to, because it's been a little while, I think, since we talked to her. She's got a lot going on, and we'll check in with her in about an hour here on the show. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to California, where it is an absolute mess out there. They can't take, 4 inches of water in California.
No, Mud
Freak
City.
out. Yeah, they go crazy when a little bit of rain comes down. And one of the craziest visuals, this is for you guys watching on YouTube and Twitch, is this situation outside the Dodgers Stadium.
Wow.
It's like a moat over there.
Yeah, look at that.
It's pretty
Dodgers
wild.
Aquarium.
It's like all the area around the entire stadium is totally flooded, and then you got this little island of the stadium right in the center of things. Gives you an idea of just how much rain has come down there. And as the rain is coming down and they're getting slammed in California, they get alerts on all their cell phones. Hey, not for nothing, here's a 5.0 earthquake for you, because the earthquake was getting jealous of the attention that the hurricane was getting. It wasn't a hurricane when it landed or when it made landfall.
What was it called? Dolly or Dorothy?
No. Hillary.
Hillary.
Yeah, it was Hillary who made landfall in California.
Stop the steal.
Yeah, it took revenge on those Californians, so they had a rough weekend. Some of the other stuff that I saw was just wild. I'm telling you, we can, in the state of Florida, just take an insane amount of rain and we don't flinch. Texas, I don't know how you're doing over there. I think you can do it pretty well, too. But in California, you get a little tropical storm, and it looks like hell on earth. You got just like sludge moving through. I mean, there's roads that are impassable. It is something else to behold.
That's a lot of lumber.
Yeah. I mean, everywhere you look, it's just water, water, water. So there's Tropical Storm Hillary hitting Southern California. And all of our friends out there, we hope you're doing okay. We hope everything's fine. The tropics are busy right now, which could be bad news for anybody out there, because we got 3 named storms that are spinning around out in the tropics, and then 2 more possible storms on the way. You got Franklin, who's out there, and he could become a Category 1 hurricane. Not a threat, they say, at least as of now.
Weak name.
You got Tropical Storm Emily as well. And
nice gal.
How's this for names? Tropical Storm Gert is out there.
Gert.
G-E-R-T. Tropical Storm Gert. Doesn't seem
She's going to be the worst.
Scary. I mean, I don't know.
She's going to ask for the manager.
Is Gert a man's name or a woman's name?
Gert? I thought Gert. I don't know. It's not anybody's name. It should not be.
All I think of is Gertrude, but
yeah,
Gert,
Gertie.
I've never heard of. Yeah, Gertie.
You got Emily, Franklin, and then Gert. So I think they alternate genders.
Yeah,
don't they?
That must be a woman's name. There's one Gert out there listening to the show.
Maybe it's gender nonconforming.
That's
This
also
2023.
true.
Sorry, Gert. Sorry about your luck. In the meantime, at the box office this weekend, finally, Barbie was unseated as the top spot at the box office, and it was beat by this movie called Blue Beetle.
Yeah, so I am not super familiar. I'm a huge Marvel fan.
I saw the trailer.
Right? Is this Blue Beetle that came out of another movie, right? With The Rock?
He's a DC superhero.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and Blue
That's why I didn't know
Beetle
it.
is like the Spanish dude. And I don't know, something happens with Beetle. I don't know, it's like, seems kind of Spider-Man-y.
Hola.
And it got $25.4 million, a little bit of a soft opening for that movie. Barbie still at $21.5 million in its fifth weekend. People still buying tickets to that movie. And to Oppenheimer in third place for $10.6 million in the fifth week of that movie. So still a pretty good week. They've had a good summer at the box office, man. People are headed back, you know? And I think that's an interesting thing. For a while there, it felt like the movie theater was dead. It felt like...
I had certainly killed it off.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't
had no interest in going back.
You and I hadn't gone to 3 years.
No.
Like, we just swore off the movie theater experience because why? You can watch the new movie sitting from your couch. Why would you ever want to go in there?
Then Ceiling goes out of town, and we have no way of watching it.
Right, yeah. He's the key to the torrent sites, it would seem. Josh, have you been to the movies recently? You saw Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah, I saw that, and then I saw Barbie.
Were those the first two movies you had seen in a while, or had you still been going to the theater?
I saw John Wick a few months ago, but the AC was out in the theater, so I was super hesitant to go back.
Sounds like torture. I saw you went to a concert yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I'm gallivanting.
He's out there at the Smashing Pumpkins concert.
Oh, fun.
And how are they holding up?
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan now has his own personal wrestling outfit that he likes to bring out on stage during the show.
Wait, you're talking about like the Matrix coat he was wearing?
Yeah,
or
it was
beyond
like
that?
it was like a priest outfit he was wearing the whole time.
Okay.
But I mean, like he has wrestlers come out on stage and like slam each other down during the show.
Damn it, that was my idea for just okay.
Imagine the other guys in the band, and you're like, dude, I know you're into this wrestling stuff. Can we just play The World is a Vampire, buddy? Can we just...
It was between Interpol and when Smashing Pumpkins came on, they did a legit wrestling match, like, out in the concessions area.
It doesn't fit.
And they're, like, throwing these dudes almost into the various bars. And then
So
when they
weird.
finally do it on stage, these two girls slam this shirtless dude on the stage, and then the bass player comes up and just kicks him in the ass.
It's like two things that don't mix that
Right.
well.
Yeah.
And I don't find it very like necessary
No.
considering how legendary they are. But
No, you're the Smashing Pumpkins.
they also don't give an F anymore. It
I
seems
guess
like.
not.
Corgan's just kind of a weirdo, I
Yeah,
think.
he's a strange dude, but he's really into wrestling. And a question for everybody today, because I've seen this happening quite a bit. And in fact, it's happened to us here at the house as well. Happened this weekend, actually. Have you ever had this situation where you use DoorDash or like one of the different apps where you can order a delivery to your house? You order like a food delivery. And when you do that, you see on the app the person who's going to deliver it to you. And it's like Janice. Janice is in her car. Gert is on the way. Gert is headed to your house with your delivery. And then when your delivery gets there, it's not Gert. Like, it's just some other person. You've had this happen before?
Yeah, I've had it.
What's going on with that happens?
I just assume that it's the person that's riding along with the Uber driver.
That's what I thought, too. But then some people were saying that there's people who can't get an Uber account themselves or a doorstep or whatever the different delivery services are. They can't get one of the accounts themselves, so they get somebody else to do it.
Okay.
And then they just use their profile to make money. It didn't make any sense to me.
I think I've gotten in Ubers like that, and they're like, "Oh, this is my wife's account." I'm like, why don't you have your own account?
Yeah,
and why isn't she driving for her account?
I didn't think it was difficult to get like a DoorDash account.
No, but maybe they had a strike in the past, or maybe they don't have the proper vehicle for it.
It could be that.
I've also had ones where it says they're on a bike and then they're not in a bike when they show up. And then there was a recent Uber that I took that I got a message from the driver saying, I have two girls with me, if that's okay. And I'm like, right. So we're going to be with your children.
No. Oh, they were in the car?
Yeah, and it wasn't two children. It was two of her homies, and they had just freshly smoked a blunt in there.
Oh, my
and
God.
we were having a time. I was like, good on y'all, 5 stars.
That's going to work out for some of their customers, and other customers are not going to be as generous as you, I don't think. But they said there's a big problem on Walmart's delivery platform, Spark. They've tripled their delivery driver workforce over the past year, and they said there's a ton of them who you will see the person on the app and then they'll show up at the house as a totally different person. Doesn't even look like them. A lot of people are saying, I usually assume it's like the wife or the partner or whoever's in the passenger seat, like Sabrina said. Arya Shadowblade on Twitch says, it takes forever to get off the waiting list. I let my fiance use my account while he was waiting because I wasn't doing it at that time. Maybe that's it. Like, there's like a long waiting list of people, and these folks want to get out there and start making some money. But Walmart's trying to fight this. They say it's a big problem for them. And I think the other delivery services are saying the same thing. Let us know if you've done this or experienced it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, your dispatches, those are on the way. What do you got on your mind? What happened with you this weekend? What do we need to know? Go to thenewsjunkie.com now. Plus, there's a camera in your apartment. I'll explain. You're going to want to hear this. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need a woman in your life who responds to your most important commands? Hey Siri, play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
If I-4 is a part of your commute this morning, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535 and stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on State Road 408 heading eastbound between Kirkman Road and Pine Hills Road, exit 6. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
BetOnline.net is your #1 source for all your sports wagering info with all the stats, news, scores, and matchups. Keep the latest game odds, live lines, and matchup reports at your fingertips. From baseball to golf to cage fighting to preseason football, head to BetOnline.net, where the game starts.
When you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. But you're clocking out, and happy hour's already started. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code FREEMONTH. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Having trouble sleeping? On the podcast Nothing Much Happens, join yoga and meditation teacher Catherine Nicolai for peaceful bedtime stories to help you relax. Catherine weaves brain training techniques and storytelling to take your mind to a calm and comfy place.
Welcome to Bedtime Stories for Everyone, in which nothing much happens. You feel good, and then you fall asleep.
Listen to Nothing Much Happens on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Hi, I'm Marissa Thalberg.
And I'm Stephen Wolf Pereira. Come join us for our podcast, Brand New.
So what's really new about Brand New? Well, Stephen and I are not only longtime C-suite executives, we're friends.
Because of that, we've got a lot to say about tech, entertainment, advertising, media, and marketing, what we call team.
It's real talk from the inside, personal talk too, and it's meant for everyone rising in business or just interested in it.
Just look for the Brand New podcast wherever you listen.
It's a brand new conversation you won't want to miss.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Can be a nightmare. Of course, buying can be too. But renting, for all you folks who are renting out there, it's never been more expensive, I don't think. It's hard to find a good place for like a good deal, no matter where you are right now if you're a renter. And even worse, you got to deal with the landlord, right? And sometimes you get a cool landlord, like we had this landlord for 3 or 4 years when I was living with some friends, and we never saw the person. They never like bothered us about anything. It was like they didn't exist. We just sent them a check every month. But sometimes you get the landlord that's a gigantic pain in the ass.
Yeah, I've had experience of both. I mean, right now, super love my property managers and the landowners. The ones prior, there was a moment where they were like, we're going to come over and do some spring cleaning.
Yeah, I don't like
that. And then for the next 2 months, they were there every single morning because they were planning on selling the house.
Don't like that at all. And when I lived in the high-rise downtown, it was that kind of same thing. All of a sudden, you get another note on your door and it go, we're checking the smoke detectors again. And if you're not here, we'll just come into your apartment and we'll wander through.
You can't do that.
I go, oh, great. You mean the people who I have no idea who they are just going to come cruising through my apartment. And they would go into the room that was the studio, and they'd be like, you know, sitting in there, hanging out for a while. Get the hell out of here. It's so weird being in these situations.
They're like, are you Sabrina from Real Radio?
And they start asking questions. You don't want any of this stuff. And there was somebody who posted their story online this weekend, and this, to me, is the worst I've ever heard.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see
it's
this?
This woman named Sky, all right? Her name is Sky, and she said, this is what I'm dealing with right now. And she posted this video from her apartment. And you see, you know, there's like nice stuff and whatnot. And then she goes to the entrance of her house. And every time she walks by this one spot, you hear like an audible message. And so think about it like, you know, during Christmas where people have the wreath with the little motion sensor on it. And then you go by and it's like jingle bells or whatever. And you hear the stupid noise every time.
As it goes.
Yeah, it's just screaming at you. With hers, there's a security camera in her house in the hallway. And every time she walks by this camera, it says, "Hi, you are currently being recorded." And so if you're like going in and out of the hallway, in her own home that she's renting, there's a camera there. But for, like, I guess the legal assistance of the person who's the landlord, for their legal defense, they have to make it announce that it's there. So every time she walks by this spot, "Hi, you're being recorded."
How is that even allowed, though?
It's crazy.
Is there
to
not
me.
some sort of expectation of privacy in your own home, despite being a renter?
One would think so. But I guess if you sign something that says this is going to be there, it's this guy begins her video by painting her camera around her living space. And she writes in text on an overlay of the clip, "Our landlord just installed these. She is out of her effing mind." The TikToker then steps in front of a black and white camera located high on a wall. After stepping in front of the camera, a light on the device changes colors, and a robotic voice says, "Hi, you are currently being recorded." And she says, "Yes, they go off every time you pass them." That is such a creepy feeling, to be in your own place that you're paying for and then hear that every single time you walk by a camera.
No for me.
And like, if you're somebody who changes and like walks around the house and stuff, you like, imagine not having privacy in your own house. That is insane to me.
I'd be moving.
And MFQ on YouTube says, "WTF, is that even allowed? Who cares if it's announced?" Well, I think it makes it more annoying that it announces it every time you walk by.
Now, I can understand that I have my own security cameras inside.
That's fine.
And even for, I mean, I have it for the pets, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had an instance in the past where if it wasn't for the camera, I wouldn't have figured out who broke something inside of my house.
Right.
Granted, I never confronted them about it, but
I'm sorry about that. I did not mean to do it.
I mean, you broke into my house, and then you broke everything inside of it, and you come back to work the next day as if it didn't happen.
It was revenge. That's what I was going for.
And you were singing Jingle Bells. So strange.
You know what I'm talking about. If you want to put all the cameras in the world in your house, that's totally fine. It's normal, in fact. And you could find stuff like you found. You found out who the culprit was. But if somebody else, if your landlord wants to put a camera in your house, that one is really creepy. And two, the idea that it makes an audio announcement is super, super weird. That is really,
what if they
really
just
strange.
Covered it?
I don't like the idea of a homeowner being allowed to have cameras. It's not an Airbnb.
Correct.
If you have an
Even
Airbnb
shouldn't have cameras inside.
I don't like that either. But I see if like you're an Airbnb and you're like, I don't want them throwing a party. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't want to be watched all the time. And I don't want to have somebody like monitoring me. I remember when we did the story about how these 7-Elevens and other convenience stores, they subscribe to this service that nobody knows about. And here's how this works. And I said I never would work under these circumstances. They didn't want to hire extra managers. So they have this service where this person in some call center is monitoring all these video cameras, and they're watching you work at 7-Eleven. And they'll go, "Hey, you're sitting around too much. Can you go and clean out some of the aisles?"
You're going to pay for that milk you just grabbed from the fridge?
They did that to one of the people, and we had the audio of them, and they'd be like, have you paid for that milk that you have? Or go stock the aisles. And you have like this overlord on a speaker in the roof of your 7-Eleven. Not going to
flick off the camera and walk out.
Right, absolutely. Every single time I would choose that. I do not believe this little kid. I can't dare. But he says he's telling the truth, as does his mother. His mother is Chaka Wilson.
Chaka?
And his name is Asa Wilson Perry. He's 10 years old, and his mom says, "Look at this kid go. He bowled a perfect game at 10 years old."
Baloney.
And I said,
with the bumpers?
No bumpers. At least in the video here, I don't think I have bumpers. Let's see. All right, here he is. Let's see. Get the camera on him. He is 10, so he's a little tiny guy. Throws the ball down there.
Oh, good spin.
Wow. Okay.
Did get a strike there.
I do kind of believe it now.
One more, he says. I can't believe this kid's like a wonderkind if he's really doing that well. He's
Now,
10.
He is using two hands.
Mhm.
Is that allowed in, league rules?
I
for
don't
adults?
know. I don't.
Maybe.
I don't know if I've ever seen him do that, but he did this thing where it looked like it was going to be a gutter ball, and then it hooks back in, and he gets a strike at 10 years old. Yeah, he's making it happen. And I guess this will be the turkey.
10 years old.
Not the turkey. The turkey's 3 strikes, right?
Yeah.
This will be the 300, the perfect.
Asa Wilson Perry. Got the front 11.
All right, Asa, what do you got?
10 years old. At the front 11.
All right, stop talking.
This guy's like Cinderella story. No, he's 10 years old. Ace is going to do it. He's going to bowl the strike.
Thanks, Violet.
Can he really be this good? That's pretty wild to me.
Come on, get that.
It looks good.
He got another strike. He did.
Wow.
I'm looking at the board here, trying to see if you could see that he got all strikes or not.
It looks like, though, that the game ended, and that's like the do you want to replay screen.
Right,
See
yeah.
the bowling pin dancing around?
Yeah. That's a little, unless that happens that fast, because he literally just rolled the ball down there. But they said he got a perfect 300 game at 10 years old, which is something most adults will never do in their lives. And
Fake news.
There he goes. Let's see what you got going on. Let's get to some dispatches here on a Monday. Here is Mo Manji, the realtor, talking about the poker tournament we had over the weekend.
Hey, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. It was good seeing everybody on Saturday.
You too.
I know Sabrina had to leave early because she had to play in Sanford, and then Sean just disappeared. And Pinkman was dressed like a cowboy, and he looked good.
There's a lot of cowboys.
There was so many
lot of
cowboys. There were so many cowboy hats and cowboys out there.
I
at the poker
didn't
tournament.
realize that was going to be like the overarching theme of the night.
Well, you were doing it and Forrest was doing it because Forrest, right on cowboy.
He loaned me the cowboy clothes.
He's always trying to get somebody to wear those cowboy hats with him. And finally he found somebody. And then the Monsters all wore cowboy hats. And there was cowboy hats everywhere at this event.
Yeah.
And we went in there. It was a good time. Everybody
was.
at my table was very fun.
Same here.
It was enjoyable. I started to do well. I'll be honest with you. I was just trying to kind of wrap things up and get out of there.
Gotta be honest. I forgot how to play poker.
You had a timeline too. So you were like.
I did, but I wanted to stay in. And then once I got out, Mustard Seed guy was right next to me, and he's like, "You don't want to buy back in?"
Yeah, I know when they do that. Come on,
and I go, "Of course I do.
As much as I do.
Take my card." I had a very fun table.
The guy next to me, we were talking quite a bit, and he's a good poker player, and they were all getting excited because I kept winning. But honestly, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just kept
rumors
winning.
about you. They're like, Sean knocked 3 people out in one hand.
I did. I had no idea what I was doing.
I go, all right, good for him.
They announced it to the whole room too.
Yeah.
And I just looked over at you, and you're like,
I won. Okay.
I did.
And then the chips are just piling up in front of me to the point where it's like a castle in front of me, and I go, "Oh, I'm gonna be here forever." And Busdecker wins again.
He won again?
Yeah, he won again. And I go,
he's cheating.
I said, "You won last year?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Did you go to Vegas?"
You didn't see his.
And he goes, "Yeah, I got the Vegas trip." And I'm like, "Man, you're like real close to being an employee. Like real. Like you do a show on this station. Sabrina and we can't win this thing. I don't think Josh can win. No, you can't. You're not allowed to win the trip to Vegas." Busdecker got the old loophole.
Busdecker gets away with everything.
And he's now going to Vegas for the second time because he won this thing. I don't know what's going on with this
the tank top.
Yeah, it could be it. He stood out. It was a great looking tank top. Here is Chris. He has a dispatch for us.
Yo.
Hey.
Junkies. So about six years ago, I got wrapped up with some stuff. Non-violent felony charge. Wasn't even convicted. I got adjudication withheld.
Okay.
And
I know that life.
DoorDash has such high standards for delivering their food, Sean. Delivering food, not humans, not pets, but food. They said I am not qualified to drive for DoorDash.
Damn.
Because I was never convicted of a non-violent felony 6 years ago. Food, Sean, food.
So what? If you have like any kind of conviction, you can't be a DoorDash driver?
It's not even a conviction.
No.
It's withhold adjudication.
Yeah, that seems like it's a little too strict. I mean, you don't want like creepers or like people with like some kind of really bad charges.
I actually only want violent felons delivering my food.
They're probably faster, honestly, Maybe more efficient. Who knows? Let's do one more real quick. Let's see. Here is Waterboys talking about cameras at work. And remember, you can join us on the show. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com and you can send in your dispatch.
So way back in a previous career, I worked on computers, and I was working for a guy in Baldwin Park who He was one of those guys that had just cameras everywhere and cameras and microphones in places you didn't even know. So I was working there on a weekend with a buddy of mine. And we had the computers on the bench. It was a small room, maybe 10 foot by 15. So we were very close, and we were talking in there about the latest South Park episode.
Yeah.
Manager calls us from home and says, "Hey, are you done talking about South Park? Can you get back to work now?"
Damn, I don't like that.
Yeah. I didn't stay there very long.
I would not either, especially because the manager's not even working. If the manager's in the next room and he hears him talking, he's like, guys, cut down the conversation, get to work. That's one thing, because the manager's working too. But if the manager's fat ass is on the couch at home eating potato chips and calling up and saying, like, hey, get back to work, stop talking about South Park.
It is a self-report on the manager's part.
It's true. He's just doing nothing, just watching them instead of doing actual work. When we come back, a farmer is pleading with you to stop doing one thing.
E-I-E-I-O.
What is it? It's not that, but it is. Coming up next on the News Junkie.
Come on. Heart our stuff.
At Real Radio 1041 on TikTok.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. You can expect hot afternoon highs in the low 90s today. Feels like temperatures well into the triple digits. Rain chances stay very, very low today through the really middle of the week. All thanks to now Tropical Cyclone 9 that formed in the Gulf of Mexico. That's robbing us from all of our moisture today. So we are hot and humid for the next few. Have a great rest of your day. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular's single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And that's just the beginning. Do you Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Terms and conditions apply. Your mobile carrier's availability and message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it.
But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Amy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cook-to-order butter burger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mixin you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Divorce forces a father to focus on what's most important, his children. In the divorce process, this comes down to three key concerns: physical custody, decision-making, as well as financial support. Each of these is important, and it's important that you choose a lawyer that cares as much about these issues as you do.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome. At the end of your first year, they automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right, everything you earned doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously, though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
This hour of programming is sponsored by Nissan. We make cars that thrill. Shop NissanUSA.com.
In just a moment, send yours at thenewsjunkie.com. Plus, our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 is joining us momentarily. We're talking about how expensive rent was, and now let's move over to the world of cars, because when I saw this, I was like, damn, things have changed so much from when I was younger and got my first car to right now.
Yeah, they have floors now. You don't have to use your feet.
Not that kind of change. More so, the change is how much everything costs now. How many new cars, how many types of new cars do you think you could get for under $20,000 right now?
God, I really don't think a lot. And that's
brand new?
Brand new car.
But most basic versions.
Yeah, it's the
like still rolling windows.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it has that or not. It doesn't say, actually. It could, but it's like the baseline version of this car you could get for under $20,000. How many options do you think there are for new cars under $20,000?
5.
What do you think, Josh?
I was going to say 5, 6.
1. There's one car on the marketplace.
What car?
It's a Mitsubishi Mirage. Is the cheapest car on the market right now for an average of $19,205. That is the only one that is cheaper than $20,000. The average U.S. vehicle right now costs $48,000. That's ridiculous.
Wild. And impossible.
And there's so many people going like, why aren't young kids getting their driver's licenses? Maybe because it's a fortune. You have to get a car to try to get a new car. Here, do the math on this, friends, okay? If you get a brand new car, average car costs $48,000. Right now, I think the payment on that would be north of $600 unless you put a lot of money down. It would be a bunch, right? Now imagine you're 18. You're going to get some kind of entry-level job, and your bill just for the car itself is $600 a month. Your insurance when you first start, I think, is pretty pricey. So let's say like $200, $800 a month.
Rent.
And plus rent, plus like just to stay alive.
And drugs.
All these things are going to add up, and you're going to go, the entry-level jobs that we have are not going to make it so somebody could even afford to have the average car. So the marketplace is out of balance. And there's people saying, I just won't pay that kind of price right now. It's really, really, really expensive and hard to get in there. And even used cars have been more expensive than they used to be. The used car market was exploding. Dylan's car, the car we got him was like just short of $10,000, I think. Maybe $8,000 or $9,000. And it was one of these things where I go, look, here's your budget. Be smart about this. He starts sending back cars that are like $4,000. I was like, that's smart. You'll have a bunch of money for insurance for a while. Something goes wrong with the car, you could fix it. You have a little money in savings to fix it. And then he goes, no, I found the one I want. It's like top of his budget. It's like every single penny. I had to throw in extra money to make sure he could get everything set up.
Got to get the good one.
But it cost that much for a decent car. And his car, thankfully, at least so far, knock on all of the wood, has been reliable and good for him. But it's just really hard to get into the car ownership marketplace because of this. One car, there's only one that's cheaper than $20,000.
So I just keep my car?
I don't know. I mean, unless you want the big, giant bill every single month, you could probably get good trade-in for your car. You don't think so? No.
I don't know.
It looks good still. You know, it looks like it's in good shape. It's just now you have to at least have that big down payment to make it so it's affordable. Before we get to you and your comments, there is a farmer, and the farmer is saying, would you please stop doing this? And I did not know this would be a problem for anybody actually out there, but it's called Stoke Fruit Farm in the United Kingdom. And it's a tourist site because it's absolutely beautiful. And they have a bit of a problem because of the beauty of this farm. They say tourists are stopping every single day. And these tourists are going out into their field and taking photos of themselves naked.
Oh,
and they said
I was expecting more than that.
No, they're just, well, I mean, this is enough for them, I guess. They're getting naked and taking photos out in the middle of this field because it's like a great picture opportunity. And one person did it, so everybody else followed suit. And they said, will you please stop doing this? Stoke Fruit Farm Shop. They said, reminder to all, we're a family area, and please keep your clothes on in the sunflowers, because it's a big sunflower field. They said, we are having an increase in the numbers of reports of naked photography taking place, and it must not happen during our public sessions, please. If you could refrain, just keep your clothes on, for God's sake. It's a disaster for these people. It's also a disaster over in California. I'm trying to peek in to see what's going on over there because I know it's just a mess, and there's state of emergencies declared in different areas. Let's see what they're saying over on Fox.
Newsom has issued a state of emergency for Southern California because of the storm, and people are preparing for the worst of it,
water,
while hoping for the best. Long lines at supermarkets across the Southland as people are stocking up in bottled water, toilet paper, snacks,
every time,
and batteries. In Orange and San Bernardino counties, which suffered from wildfires late last year and earlier this year, they are filling up those sandbags, clearing out the gutters and the storm drains. Public Works crews are advising people who live in the camps along the major waterways to pack up and move out. And
yeah, they've said to these people, there's a lot of people where they're like, you are in a flood-prone area, and you just need to haul ass because it's not going to be good for you here. And there's so many places that just got drilled with this storm that, as I said earlier, came along with a nice little earthquake, a 5.0 earthquake or 5.1 or something like that.
One.
And it got an earthquake and a hurricane at the same time. And Courtney was like, well, this is so weird to think about a hurricane hitting California. And she goes, I can't remember one. And I tried to think as hard as I could. And I was like, I don't know that I ever remember a hurricane hitting California. I don't know if I could think of a time when a hurricane hit California.
Well, there was something that happened last year or 2 years ago because I remember reaching out to my little sisters. They were both living there. Maybe it didn't hit, but there was warning of it.
I know they can have them. There can be hurricanes there. It just doesn't happen nearly as much as it does for the East Coast of the United States of America.
The last tropical storm that made landfall in California was in 1939.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so you were like 8 years old.
No, I wasn't. That was a tropical storm. Can you find out if there was ever a hurricane? See if there's ever been an actual hurricane.
Let me call research.
Call the research team over there and see what we can find out. Because that is wild. There hasn't been a tropical storm for these folks since the 30s, damn near 100 years. But they can actually technically have a hurricane. They just, as far as I know, like certainly not in my lifetime, I don't remember that happening at all. And apparently, according to what Josh found, it appears to be true, because if they haven't had a tropical storm in that long, odds are I guess they wouldn't have an earthquake as well. But let me know if you see that. Here is Val joining the show, talking about how expensive these damn cars are.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So, yes. Oh, my God. I need to buy a new car. I emailed with a Mo question 2 weeks ago. My car got totaled. A truck hit it. My car was paid off. And now I have to go and find a new car. And
oh, fun.
They're super expensive and a headache. And, yeah, they're expensive. Have a good day.
Yeah, this is a nightmare for people. We got our friend Slick back at the station. Slick, what are you driving these days? What do you have if he's around there?
I have a Infiniti Q60.
Oh, nice.
Did you buy that from a hamster?
He's got the Infiniti he's driving around. All right, and is it time for you to get a new car, or are you sticking with this thing?
I would like to get a new car because I think I need a truck with all the DJ equipment I lug around.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I work at iHeartMedia, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, right. We all feel the pain. So you just walk in and the dealership goes, nah.
I could smell the pour walking in here.
Right. You ain't getting a car here today. Here's Afflicted with the dispatch.
Hey, News Junkies. I remember about 18 years ago, I think it was 19 or 20, and the Christmas special where I was in Georgia living at the time, it was buy a Kia Rio and get one free, and they were only like $13,000, $14,000.
That's the hamster joke I meant to
use. To me,
use.
I was just like, that's nuts. Like, you couldn't do that nowadays. And I wonder how much money they actually lost on that deal.
I do remember that. I remember the commercials on the radio where they would go, come in and get a new Kia, or there was like one other dealership that did it, and it's buy one, get one free. And BOGO on a car is insane to me.
Yeah.
It is. What if you're just one person? You have to go back in an Uber to pick up your second car?
I don't know how they worked that out or how they did that. But what a crazy, 2 cars for $14,000 or something? Now, $14,000, you're getting a used car that's probably 7 or 8 years old, and that marketplace needs to simmer down. But I don't know if it's
my accountant said enough is enough.
I don't know if that's going to happen. Here's Bart versus Bill Gates talking about that bowling kid.
Hey guys, just commenting on the little kid bowling. I
got a 300
on a bowling team, a league
at 10
when I was a kid, and I used to bowl for my high school and stuff. And
How much
the
vagina
two-handed
did you get?
bowling thing is totally allowed. It's pretty common. It's not like the most common, but it's definitely a style you will see used by other people. It's very impressive that the 10-year-old shot a 300, but not completely out of the realm of possibility. I was seeing kids when I was younger shooting 300s, and they were just like a few years older, but yeah, I mean, it's still really impressive. Anyways, have a good show, guys.
Thank you, Barts versus Bill Gates.
I went bowling, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I shot a 38.
You got a 38?
Nice. I did the worst that I've ever done in my life. It's nothing to do with stone. I just sucked.
38?
Arguably.
I mean, every time, like, all right, let me get, the swing of things
time
here.
to get serious now.
And then it just, every single one went to the gutter.
When you get on a run like that, you don't even want to bowl. You're like...
Especially when you're playing against a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Did they beat you, both the
Yes.
kids? Oh, God.
Insanely.
I was on a bowling team. In a bowling league.
How much vagina did you get?
It was just raining on me. Needed an umbrella. There was so much of it. I never got over a 200 in my entire I'm not going to say bowling career, but in the entire time that I was on that bowling team, never got over 200.
I'm sorry.
I had a 10-year-old doing this. Damn, that's wild. It's a pretty impressive thing. Too bad he's excellent at the sport that's going to pay off the least money. So
They don't make good money.
if he was like a golfer getting holes in one, you'd be like, this kid is going to be rich.
He's going places.
He's going to be the next Tiger Woods. He's going to make a ton of cash. But if you're the best bowler in the world, you probably still can't get one of those new cars we were talking about.
Yeah, but the uniforms are real cool.
There's a couple of people coming out in the bowling world, though, that are like WWE style. You know, they got like big personalities, and they're trying to like get the crowd raring and get everybody fired up and stuff. So they're trying to bring that sport back. It just, as far as I'm aware, it does not pay out that much when you win in these bowling tournaments. Okay, we got a bunch of you chiming in today. We want more of that. Please send your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, it's happening, friends. Our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 will be joining the show. That is coming up next on The News Junkie.
Real radio. 104.1.
Watch out for slowdowns on I-4 heading eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. There's delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. The right lane is blocked due to an accident on the Greenway heading southbound between Boggy Creek Toll Plaza and before Landstar Boulevard. You can expect delays on Orange Blossom Trail due to an accident heading northbound south of Michigan Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Piedmont Airlines.
Piedmont Airlines is coming to Orlando. Prospective employees are invited to connect with the team and win exclusive prizes. Join us at Lake Eola Park, Monday, August 28th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Learn more at piedmont-airlines.com/tour23.
Get ready to win your way into our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. This is your chance to see Foo Fighters, Sheryl Crow, Lenny Kravitz. Taste and see. From store-baked breads to slicing meat and cheeses right in front of you. Visit your favorite Jersey Mike's subs location today or order on the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Since 2010, Anheuser-Busch and Carroll Distributing have raised $22 million to support scholarships for families of fallen veterans and first responders through Folds of Honor. For 13 weeks, June 12th through September 4th, Carroll Distributing has donated 13 additional cents for each case of Bud and Bud Light sold in Brevard County. Join the Monsters from Real Radio 104.1 on Friday, September 8th, broadcasting live from the Cocoa Beach Fish Camp as we present Carroll Distributing's additional donation to a Brevard recipient. That's Friday, September 8th at Cocoa Beach Fish Camp starting at 6 a.m. For more info, visit realradiomonsters.com on the events page.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Everyone's headed back to school, and I've got your key to looking fine in the car line. Hey, it's RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Right now, you could drive a nice new car for just $9 down. Ditch your old ride. You'd be proud to show off in the new 7-seater 2023 Outlander or the stylish Mirage. Cleanest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon starting at $15,900. Hurry, this deal's done when the school bell rings. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. See all my A-plus rides at rchill.com.
Offers require bank approval. See dealer for details.
The Home Depot and Behr have what you need when you need it, delivered straight to your job site and at an everyday low price. We're now delivering top-rated Behr paint, stains, and primers directly to you same day or next day. Plus, pros earn discounts with Pro Extra Paint rewards. Contact a Behr Pro Paint specialist to schedule your paint delivery today. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limitations may apply. Not available in all markets. See store for details.
Find high-quality health care in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov.
Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Looking for reliable and affordable coverage for your home systems and appliances? Choose Choice Home Warranty. With over 25,000 contractors, 24/7 support, and 5-star ratings, awarded Best Home Warranty Company and Best Claim Service by U.S. News 360 Reviews, trust them to protect your home from breakdowns for less than a cup of coffee a day. Get a free quote right now. Just dial pound 250 and say Home Warranty. Limitations apply. Visit choicehomewarranty.com for details. Call now. Pound 250, keyword Home Warranty.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry. I'm the flavor of Barry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter. You wanted to talk about your son. He's the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette. He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are just as addictive as regular cigarettes and harder to quit. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Some people say bigger is better. When it comes to buying a home, a TV, or an ice cream sundae, wouldn't you rather go big? Insurance companies think that because they're bigger, they can pay injured people less than what they really deserve. But guess what? We're big too. As America's largest personal injury firm, we know that our size matters. If you're going up against a big insurance company, you need a big firm fighting for you. And when we win big, you win big. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Here's what a Fence Outlet customer has to say about their experience.
After the hurricanes destroyed our old fence, we took the advice of our neighbor and called Fence Outlet. They were fast and professional, and we love our new fence.
Check them out at fenceoutlet.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office Orlando.
Man, we all know it's hot outside. Have you noticed your power bill going crazy? The current cost of energy is higher than it's ever been, and it's going to just keep getting higher. It's going to keep climbing. Solar Source can change that for you. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 60,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's house and my sister's house included. They do a great job. Solar Source makes it easy for a free estimate. Monster listeners, all you got to do is go online and check out the tool they have that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. There's no pressure. There's no salesman. Just you and the facts. That's awesome. You can harness all the power of the sun and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting electricity from the power company. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote today. solarsource.com/monsters. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
us on this lovely Monday. We love you. We appreciate you. We got a lot more on the way, including the next episode. But it is Monday, and it is time for us to finally hang out with our friend. We love her. We appreciate her. Amy Caulfield. How are you, Amy Caulfield?
I'm good. Listen, not only did I miss you guys last week, but then I was really bummed that I missed you guys at the poker tourney this weekend, too. So I need to hear some stories. How did everybody do?
Boy.
I did really bad. I started off with confidence because I won my first hand and I didn't know I did. And then it all went downhill from there. But I sat with Bob Fryer. I hadn't seen him in a long time. And we definitely missed you, Amy Kay.
Oh, I was sad to miss it. I was thinking about you guys, and then I was like, I can't believe you guys let Bustecker win again.
I know. He's running away with this thing. For the second time, he's going to Las Vegas with iHeart money. I can't believe this is happening to us. But here we are.
So, Sean, how did you do?
Not great. No. I did good for a little while on accident, but then when I started to get a bunch of chips and I was like, all right, maybe I'm good now. Then I started playing and I lost all of my money. And I go, turns out when I'm not paying any attention, I do well. And when I try, I fail miserably. Just didn't work out.
That's how life is, right? Though, isn't that I think that's like a symbol of life.
At least
right?
for me. That's the way it is for me.
All for a good cause, though, right?
We saw on social media that you were celebrating 20 years with Fox 35, which is just
oh my gosh, it's crazy.
So many things.
Isn't that wild?
I mean, think of all the things that you've covered in that time, all the things that have happened.
Oh, they had such a cute tribute to her. I mean, I just sat there in front of my TV tearing up. And then saying, no, they didn't hit us up to send the video message.
I know. Okay, that's so funny you say that, Sabrina, because I was like, they got Super Dave in there, which, you know, I love
of course they
Super
did.
Dave. But I was like, where's my news junkie peeps?
Yeah, I have to get the number of the news director for any sort of tribute moving forward.
Yeah. Did it make you cry when you watched that?
It did, yes. And listen, I was doing a lot of crying this week. So between that and then Caroline got her driver's license, and then I took Kate to college this weekend. I feel like all I've done is cry for a week straight.
A lot of milestones.
That's a lot of growing up milestones in one weekend. That's a lot to deal with all at once. Did you actually bring her to the college and drop her off?
Yeah, it was hard, Sean. So this is so Kate's our oldest. So this is the first time I've had to do this. And she's in Tallahassee, which is a long drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I'm just nervous about everything. And she's a very strong kid. I think she's going to be fine. She already has some friends who go there. It's not like she's going up there not knowing anyone. But it's a brand new city. She doesn't know where anything is or how to find places or, it's just, I don't know. It's just nerve wracking.
And I think that, anyone who was doing that, like I remember when my mom dropped me off and set everything up and it was the dorm and I had forgot something in the car. Mm-hmm. And so I go to wave her down and she rolls down the window and she is just her eyes are swollen from already hysterical. Then I'm crying too. Then it starts to rain and it's but then, eventually Parents Weekend comes up and you'll see how quickly she's adjusted. Is she living with a random roommate or she knows her roommate?
So she so it's different, it's not like how when we went to college, I didn't know the girl I lived with at all, from Adam, we were pen pals, this was all pre-cell phone and everything. Gosh, I'm old. And, so she was somebody she met in an Instagram chat, of people all trying to find roommates. And so anyway, nice. The girl's really sweet. She's from Clearwater and they seem to get along great. They have very similar personalities. So she'll be fine.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you don't want a dud of a roommate in that situation. That's not good.
Right.
You got to get somebody that matches up well with you. I know we stayed there because we had to drive back from New Orleans last year. And when we were driving back, we stayed in Tallahassee overnight. And it was the only time I'd ever been there. And the whole area around where the college is, it's a pretty cool area over there. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah. The only thing that was weird is as we were looking around, and school was on break at the time we were there. But as we're looking around, we're like, oh, my God, everybody here is really young. And we felt so old just driving through this.
You're just old.
What's the haps?
The whole town is full of all these college kids. And I go, oh, my God, because it's a big school, So
it's like 40. I think I looked it up because I was curious. I didn't know. I think it's like 40, almost 45,000 kids. Isn't that crazy?
Wild. Yeah, it's a city in and of itself. Yeah. It's crazy. Well, big milestones there, and congratulations on the 20 years.
Thanks, you guys.
You are fantastic.
We're part of 10 of those.
I know.
I know. Isn't that crazy? I still can't believe that we have been together for 10 years. Like that to me is huge. So then thinking back to 20 years here is just crazy to me.
And speaking of, C-Lane and I will be back in Maitland starting tomorrow. So should you feel so inclined to come to the studio and see us in our physical form, we shall be there.
So are you guys going to be separate from each other? So Sean's going to...
Sean's... why are you staying here again?
I'm staying here for multiple reasons. Number one, because I can't do the things that I do here back at the other studio.
Oh, he does have that midday poop.
There's too many limitations on technology because this studio is built to do this show, but the suits are so brilliant that they've said, "Hey, everything's going perfect. Let's throw a wrench in the machine." And so I'll be staying from here, and I might come in some days when they get the studio upgraded to make it so they have a setup that's similar to what I got.
He's waiting for the throne to be moved in.
No,
we have to take out a window.
All I need is like maybe $1,000 worth of electronics, but you can't get them to open their pocketbook for anything. They're very, very cheap about this
You
stuff.
should start a GoFundMe.
Oh my God!
Careful! No, they've already
Don't tell I heard about that idea because they'll be absolutely behind it.
So should you want to swing by, we will welcome you with open arms.
Oh, that would be fun. I miss you guys.
Miss you too.
Absolutely. And we are watching what's happening in California. You've seen the Hurriquake. They got both the big storm and they got the earthquake at the same time. And some of that footage is pretty wild.
Yeah, it's awful. And I just actually was reading up on Palm Springs, which it's kind of hard at this point to, when you're in the middle of a natural disaster, you don't really know how bad it is until, things start to calm down.
Yeah.
But the last headline I read was that Palm Springs has been completely cut off from this storm, that there's like no 911 cell service.
Wow.
We had a meteorologist on this morning who was kind of explaining, I guess, I've never been to Palm Springs, but it's kind of a desert area and it butts right up to a mountain range. And it said like they got, I guess, like 8 inches of rain in a short period of time. The entire town is flooded. I mean, it just sounds like a mess. And then you have the, earthquake on top of it, which it wasn't a big one, but big enough. Like anything,
what are the odds,
a 5 or higher
at the same time?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad,
terrible.
But I saw the screenshot going around of somebody's phone in Southern California, and they screenshotted the tropical storm warning, and then on top of it, the earthquake warning coming through, and you're like, God, you're dealing with...
What do I listen to?
There's a lot of stuff to... And the earthquake warning is like, I've never seen it before. It's like, get down on the ground and, put your head between your legs, and it's got like all this stuff, like dire warnings and whatnot. So I don't know. It's just crazy to see this. We'll know more. I think you're exactly right. We'll know more maybe into this afternoon about what's going on there and how bad it got in some of these situations. What else is catching your eye out there, Amy?
Oh, gosh. Well, and speaking of disasters, I don't know if you guys saw the update today, but I think they're now saying there's about 850 people still missing in Maui. So you can only imagine what that final number is going to be. So that just is a lot and hard to think about. A couple of stories locally that we're following today. I'm sure you guys saw this morning that the Vieira football program at the high school there has been shut down. Some type of hazing incident that happened in the locker room. There was video taken. That video ended up out, on social media, which it always does. And so the coach there has been let go. The football program has been suspended.
Like the coach was aware of it?
Well, they're not sure. They're not saying if the coach was aware or not. So I think it's just that, this is the leader, right? So I think that unfortunately that there are, going to be some people who may lose their jobs over this. And so now it is a debate over whether or not they should, this is the beginning of the football season. Right. Should the rest of the football team still get to play? And then you guys know too, we all went to high school. There's a domino effect here. What about the band?
Sure.
What about the cheerleaders? What about, you know what I mean? There's
the
like
mascot.
a whole...
I hate when they do things.
There's a whole lot of people around a program.
I hate when they punish everybody for the actions of not everybody. But the video I saw had at least a couple of people in it. And it was like blurred out, so it was hard to tell what the hell was going on because the video I saw was censored. And I heard there's like hazing at this place and some kind of like sexual stuff going on. I don't know. It seems very weird. But if there was 4 or 5 athletes involved in this, then suspend the 4 or 5 athletes or punish them directly. I think I hate to hear that like the whole team gets punished if the whole team wasn't involved. If they were, then fine. But if they weren't, it doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, that's definitely the divide right now with the school board. So I think they're trying to figure out what's next. And then we'll have to wait and see, is the Brevard Sheriff's Office going to, pick this case up? Will there be charges? Could it, this turn criminal? We don't know. So we're still working on that story. And then I don't know if you guys saw this. This is a story that is pretty popular on our website right now. And it does have some graphic images with it. So if you pull it up, just be wary of the graphic images. But this lady goes to the library in Mount Dora to return a book.
Yeah.
So she puts the book in the book deposit and, the little metal door slams shut and snaps off the top of her middle finger.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So if you pull this story up, you'll see what I'm talking about. Are you pulling it up?
Yeah. Sean definitely wants to show the video.
Okay. So if you go to our website, it's under viral stories. And this poor lady, so she's a registered nurse. Okay. So she is screaming, God bless her. I can't. She's screaming to the people on the other side of the book drop to please pick up her finger and put it on ice so she can get to the hospital and see if it can be reattached.
Oh, no.
Bless her heart. It's
did anyone grab it?
Well, yes, they did. So they grab her finger.
Why is that so sharp?
They put it on ice for her and she goes to the hospital. And she said there was so much blood coming out. Can you imagine? I just can't. She said there's so much. Did you pictures?
My God. All right. Not safe for work.
Oh my goodness.
I can't look at it.
I don't know. This poor woman.
Jesus, that's the whole tip of the finger.
It's so awful. So she gets to the hospital.
Okay.
And she says that doctors and nurses could not believe it. They were like, there's no way this is from the library book drop. And she's like, no, yeah, that's what it's from. They're thinking like she cut herself with a knife or something, right? She's like, no, this is. So they couldn't reattach it because they said that she'd apparently severed too many nerve endings.
My God.
So
that's the best finger.
It's awful. And then to make it worse, Sabrina, she said they had to cut off even more of her finger because the way the book drop snapped it off kind of diagonally. And so the surgeon said he had to cut it off straight across so that the skin would grow back over.
What on earth would make this thing so dangerous?
That can't be the first time that's happened.
I've never heard anything like that. I'm going to put it up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. So if you guys
warned.
Yeah, only the brave during this next commercial break.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
That's a straight up top of the finger.
Man,
it's a stomach churner for sure. But she says she's been going to this library for 30 years. She says she's never had an issue before. So why this particular time? I don't know. It's like a freak thing.
My God.
I hope they're going to, go and look at that. Maybe put some rubber parts to the part that chopped her finger off.
Normally when somebody says something like Amy just said, like, hey, the tip of this person's...
I would think like the little
bitty bit.
That's her whole nail.
That's like the whole top of it. It's going to go up on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com.
Oh, there's that.
Well, did we lose Amy?
Oh, boy.
I think we lost Amy Caulfield.
She just got the book return.
Anyhow, we love her. We appreciate her.
We love you, Amy.
And she's the absolute best. Amy Caulfield from Fox 35.
Love you.
It might be seeing that toe, I think. It drove her away.
There she is.
She's back with us. All right. Amy, can you hear us?
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Somebody tried to call me in the middle of my Zoom to you. And
How dare they?
Cut off.
We thought it was the toe photo. You were like, I can't do it.
I'm like, no, I'm busy.
I can't do it anymore. All right. Well, we love you. We appreciate you. Amy
Love
Caulfield.
you guys.
Fox 35.
Thank you.
Make sure you're going over there and checking out all the news stories, everything going on in not just Central Florida, but no matter where you're listening, this is a great news resource. So go check it out, fox35orlando.com. Bye, Amy.
Bye. Love you guys. See you next week.
All right.
Bye.
We're back in just a moment. We got a lot coming up, including your dispatches. Send those in at thenewsjunkie.com. And as I said, during this break, I'll pop that photo only for the brave.
It is grotesque.
I did not expect to see that.
Me either.
I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect that for some reason.
Gnarly.
And there's a problem with Meta, a.k.a. Facebook, and you got to hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Old Lake Wilson Road heading northbound at Sinclair Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Avenue heading southbound after the beach line. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Watch out for an accident on Park Avenue heading northbound north of Colonial Drive and before Story Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome. At the end of your first year, they automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right, everything you earned doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously, though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show. He is here for you with over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at experience.com. I think it's safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. Now, chances are very good that you're leaving money on the table, so get that money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. Now, Don's a mortgage broker, not a corner bank or retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. You want to see a difference? Go to the website right now. Click apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
We're more than truck drivers. We're road pros.
Yep. Want to know the best way to get somewhere? Ask a truck driver. We know where the pavement is smooth and the stop signs are few and far between.
We also know where the best donuts are and where to find the fuel that helps keep our engines cleaner.
Using Synergy diesel-efficient fuel from Exxon and Mobil stations helps us get better mileage.
They provide quick ways to pay so you can get back on the road. They're dependable like that.
Pros like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn more and find a station at Exxon.com compared to diesel without detergent additives. Results may vary.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Having trouble sleeping? On the podcast Nothing Much Happens, join yoga and meditation teacher Catherine Nicolai for peaceful bedtime stories to help you relax. Catherine weaves brain training techniques and storytelling to take your mind to a calm and comfy place.
Welcome to Bedtime Stories for Everyone, in which nothing much happens. You feel good, and then you fall asleep.
Listen to Nothing Much Happens on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ow. Okay, it's all right. Let's just start over. And one, and oh.
Ballroom dancing is a lot like saving for retirement.
Okay, class. Switch up partners.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's way easier with someone who knows the right moves. With Fairwinds Credit Union as your dance partner, you can glide into financial freedom by saving more and planning for your future. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Wow, is this a party?
Yeah, it's the IKEA 80th anniversary sale, and we've got over 1,000 offers on our items. College students and teachers save 15% in store, or anyone can save 20% off all desks in-store and online. 15% on everything? I'm getting ready for college. Bring your roommate and anyone else who wants great savings. Hurry in store or go to IKEA-USA.com to save through 9/5. Offers valid in U.S. until 9/5. Student-teacher offer in-store only with valid ID on home furnishing purchases of up to $3,000 pre-tax. Other restrictions apply. See store on IKEA-USA.com for all details.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
The Fence Outlet team is knowledgeable and professional. They have fair prices and they take care of the permits. I'm very happy with my Fence Outlet fence.
Check them out for yourself at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Just come out. The man when you're in trouble. Car accidents,
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular, when freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
From the newsjunkie.com. Go check out that photo that made us all react in a very aggressive way over on See It Now on the newsjunkie.com.
It's cute.
How do you lose your finger in a book drop? It's not how that woman saw
That's why
her
I don't
day
read
going.
books.
I know. Don't keep me away from the library, please. I don't know if you guys saw this weekend. When I saw this, I was like, oh, my God. How terrible is this? That orca down at the Miami Seaquarium that they were getting ready to lift out and, like free into this area, it died this weekend.
No.
And I was like, oh, my God. They were working on this. They've been pushing for so many years to remove this whale from the smallest tank. It's like the smallest tank that one of these types of whales is in the world.
And it died.
Yeah. They said she had been
what a shame.
In captivity, Tokate, for over 50 years at Miami Seaquarium and had previously performed tricks for tourists. And then they said all of a sudden it seemed like she was getting sick and she died. And it was very, very strange because once they heard something was going on, all the news crews got out there and they put her in like a body bag type thing when the news choppers were flying over. Like
That's a big body bag.
Yeah, it's like the world's largest body bag that they covered her body with. And it's really sad because you can see how small this tank is. It's just super unfair that this thing had to live a life like this. I think you can have animals and teach people lessons with animals, and zoos can be very, very good. They can also be very, very bad. Been to a lot of great ones. But when you have an animal...
This was very clear, not the greatest.
Look at it. I mean, just look, the tank is like...
That's sad.
And it's been observed for years on Lolita and how miserable she's been.
Right. Yeah.
You know, there was this one guy, I forget, he's very rich, maybe like an owner of a football team or something like that.
He was part of the process to get the whale out of there.
And I remember seeing like his TikTok that they got in trouble for flying drones over. And he's like, are you going to stop us now? And he had like bought a helicopter so that people could see. And it was Lolita just in the same position all the time, miserable as could be.
When you see it, there's people who have swimming pools bigger than this. And this is a big, giant, beautiful animal that was in this. But they said there were some problems. And next thing you know, they found out Lolita, a.k.a. Tokate, names are used interchangeable, it seems, for this animal, was in fact dead.
Lolita, the beloved orca, dying at Miami Seaquarium. She was a tourist attraction for decades and the oldest orca living in captivity.
Her death coming as there were plans to move her back to the Pacific Northwest. And local 10's Kristen Elarosa live now in Virginia Key with a reaction tonight. Kristen.
Those plans, which we had covered extensively, are Louis Aguirre paying close attention to this entire process. And so what we are learning from the Miami Seaquarium is that Lolita started experiencing serious discomfort a couple days ago, that they started immediately and aggressively treating those symptoms, but those efforts clearly not enough. And so we've been talking to people that...
Man, the thing that's the worst about this is it was like so close.
His eyes, I don't mean to take away, but is that a dinosaur behind him?
There is a giant dinosaur in the background. And this guy is out there trying to tell people about what's happening with this orca, and the dinosaur is a distraction, visually speaking.
His eyes, too.
I have to be honest about this. But this poor whale is like right on the verge of being released. Abraham on Twitch says this whale would have died immediately in captivity. Anyways, I think you're talking about if it was released from captivity, it would have
It was going to be a ease into kind of thing, right?
It was going to be this area where there was like a couple hundred yards, as far as I could tell, of netted in space, and they were going to keep an eye on the whale and then just let it live out its days. But they aren't able to do that, obviously, because now right here at the finish line, or so it would seem, Lolita or Tokate or whatever, the whale has died, unfortunately. Over in Canada.
How likely are they going to get a new one?
I hope not. That would be a terrible, terrible move on their
You
part.
don't think they can make a mini killer whale?
I don't know, but I would love
They
to
can
see
make
that.
like a teacup of a Yorkie. They can't make a
You would-
teacup whale.
To do that, it would take a
You know what I'm
long
saying,
time.
you guys?
You'd have to,
I know what you're saying.
You have to start breeding for small ones, and then small, all the way down until you get to one that's like what, like dolphin size? Are you looking for? Or
I don't know. I would assume that would be maybe the best for them, but they seem to also have a problem with the dolphins down there. In Miami.
Yeah, the smaller it is, the more adorable it's going to be. That's just the way these things kind of work.
Maybe just for a fish tank like yours.
Meanwhile, I would love to have a little tiny killer whale in that fish tank.
And then you it does like
jumping
the
out.
tricks.
That'd be great.
It also hates its life.
Yeah, it's just looking at you all sad like every day.
Let me out.
Sean, let me out of the tank. Well, over at Meta, aka Facebook, they have a bit of a problem on their hands. Let me walk you through this if you haven't been following along on the show with what's happening in Canada with Facebook. The Canadian politicians were so smart about all this. They said, we are going to force Facebook to pay news organizations that get posted on their platform. So if Josh is on Canadian Facebook,
boy, am I.
And he goes on there and he posts a link to a news story.
Sorry.
And now they've got to take that and they've got to pay for it, and because Josh posted this link on Facebook.
Right.
So Facebook said this is ridiculous. And not only is this dumb, but it also hurts the news organizations, because the news organizations get traffic from Facebook. It's one of the biggest referrers to their websites. And then they make money off the traffic that goes to their websites from ad impressions. So it's a good thing for them. And they were just trying to force them to pay these news outlets, which is really stupid. Now, the Canadian government is begging Meta to reverse their news ban because there's a bunch of fires in Canada, and they said Canadians on the Facebook platform can't get the news about these fires.
Because they can only get it on Facebook?
This is what they're suggesting.
Here's the conspiracy that Zuckerberg started the fires.
Right. Meta began blocking news links for Facebook and Instagram users in Canada in June after the country passed a new law that allows news organizations to negotiate with tech giants to receive payment for articles shared on their platforms. There's plenty of ways for these news organizations to monetize their content on Facebook, but that wasn't enough for these dumbass politicians. The ban by Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, has rankled Canadian authorities trying to share evacuation information this week across a remote swath of the country where social media is key to disseminating news. What Meta is doing is currently unacceptable, says Canada's transportation minister. So what they said was, we're forcing you to pay the news outlets. And then they said, okay, you shouldn't do this because we'll take the news off the platform. And they said, whatever, do what you got to do. And then they took the news off the platform, and they're like, how dare you take the news off the platform? So basically it's like, hostage negotiation. Just pay them or else. And they're trying to get the best of both worlds here. But maybe they'll realize they made a giant mistake and that they shouldn't have been getting in this business. Meanwhile, Canada burns just like we had with Hawaii not so long ago. Let's hear from you. Hopefully you're not burning out there. Felt nice when I was outside earlier. It seems like a better week ahead of us.
Everywhere's getting walloped by natural disasters, and Florida's doing well for once.
Beautiful.
What up?
Beautiful. Hopefully our friends in Dallas having a beautiful day on 97.1 The Freak. Let's see what you got going on. Here is Holly Bobali talking about the BOGO car deals from back in the day.
Hello, junkies. Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The Kia buy one, get one. Yeah, it was not that long ago. It was only like 10 years ago. And the deal was you buy a vehicle and you got a lease of a vehicle for, I think it was a year or 2 years or something. So
Why
it wasn't
would you
really
want that?
Buy one, get one free. It was
Tricky.
buy one, get a lease for a year or two for free. But it's still a pretty sick deal, I guess, if you had like a kid who was just starting out, just got its whoever's license and wanted to just get something for a year or two to see where they're headed.
But that seems a little tricky. I mean, it's still good. It's better than nothing.
You could drive the lease and just let the purchase one sit in your driveway
That's
so
true.
you're ready for it.
Yeah, just drive that so you don't put any miles at all on your car for a couple of years. That'd be a good, smart decision to do. Here's Ming Ming talking about cars. By the way, what brought this up was the story that there is precisely one car on the market that you could buy for new under $20,000 in the United States right now. That's insane to me. Only one car, Mitsubishi Mirage. The Mitsubishi Mirage is just a hair under $20,000. The average car, I think, was $46,000. Here's Ming Ming. Hello?
Hey, guys and gal. You remember when Lamborghinis used to cost 80 to 100 grand?
Mm-hmm.
And now that gets you a pickup truck about 2015 with 100,000 miles on it. It's outrageous.
Yeah, the Mercedes I tried to sell to C-Lane after my parents died, which he did not want. When my grandparents originally bought that car, I remember they bought it, and I said to my mom, I was like, that's a nice Mercedes, huh? My mom said, it costs $100,000. And I said, $100,000 for a car? That's insane. And she goes, yeah, it's got like the stupidest thing that they used to put on fancy, expensive cars was it had windshield wipers on the headlights. And so unnecessary.
So you can see.
Yes, this is like the most unnecessary thing I could think of. But they had these, like maybe for people in the snow or whatever, makes more sense. But it was $100,000. And I go, wow, that's crazy. By the time that it got to me in my house, and I was trying to sell it to C-Lane, I think I sold it for $1,500. So
wow,
it had gone down in value a little bit over the top.
That was like my first car. I had it was an Audi A6, and
that was a silver one.
That was silver bullet, and my dad got it at an auction for significantly less.
Yeah,
because it lasted all of maybe 6 weeks, and it's prime, and everything started to break. It got to the point where
it was like a lemon.
I couldn't open the vanity mirror, like the drop-down mirror right in front of you, without the windows stopped working.
Really?
And then the cup holder was actually a makeshift rubber band and coffee cup situation that I invented.
That's definitely a lemon. That's like there's laws against that stuff.
I'm sorry?
You never heard of the lemon law?
No.
If you buy
I thought that you were doing some like cool kid slang.
Oh, you didn't get it new though, right?
No, it was at auction.
Like if you get a new car and then when you bring it home, things start to go wrong with it and a bunch of stuff starts to break, you have like rights to get your money back.
No. She was old.
Yeah, so this one was like you get it used and it's working perfectly for like a hot minute and then poof, everything goes wrong.
And then I had Learn to Park keyed into it. It's a good car for what it was.
One more. Here goes a Slow Ninja with a hack for us.
Hey, News Junkie and crew. I got a little hack for you. Vehicles are so expensive. If you've got a dual income household, make one of the vehicles a classic vehicle. Yeah, it's not as reliable, but it's about $300 a year to insure if you have another full coverage vehicle.
Really?
That's the only way we can make it in our household. It saves us a lot, and obviously a classic vehicle doesn't have payments. So, I mean, you're saving right around $2,000 a year and just having
sounds like your phone's a little classic
vehicle when you think about tag and reduced insurance payment.
All right, thank you, Slow Ninja.
But you're not supposed to drive that? Is that what he's saying?
No, he's saying
like drive it too.
If you have two cars and one of them is a classic car, which I believe means 25 years or older, I'm not positive.
20 to 25, maybe.
Yeah. So if it's that kind of car, then the insurance is really cheap for it because it's not a newer car.
But still drive that.
Yeah, but then you got to drive that thing. It's nobody's going to want to drive. Well, I mean, some people are into those cars, but for me, that's a no. Tanya on YouTube says, if you pay $20,000 for a Mitsubishi Mirage, you better get all of the upgraded warranties on it because you're going to need it. People are saying that it was the lowest rated car from who said that? Chat was moving fast. Mitsubishi Mirage, excuse me, used to be listed as Motor Trend's worst car of the year. So that's not great.
Worth it.
At least some people can afford it, though. You got that going for you. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Move over, Tom Brady. There's a new celebrity kissing their kid in the mouth for 8 Mississippis in town. Kid Rock's fans are furious after he was spotted putting the crit in hypocrite. Plus, a new generation of music fans will not get to experience big fat fannies. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. You can expect hot afternoon highs in the low 90s today. Feels like temperatures well into the triple digits. Rain chances stay very, very low today through the really middle of the week. All thanks to now Tropical Cyclone 9 that formed in the Gulf of Mexico. That's robbing us from all of our moisture today. So we are hot and humid for the next few. Have a great rest of your day. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Piedmont Airlines.
Piedmont Airlines is coming to Orlando. Prospective employees are invited to connect with the team and win exclusive prizes. Join us at Lake Eola Park, Monday, August 28th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Learn more at piedmont-airlines.com/tour23.
You wouldn't believe what's under the hood on this baby. Well, try me on because I might believe it. I buy hot rods. I buy old cars. I buy classics. GiveMeTheVin.com. We are America's best car buyer, but we also are talented in older cars. Resto-Mods, specialty stuff, Chevelles, Vets. We've got 100 different buyers, and everybody knows different spaces. So no matter what you have, we're going to come up with a real number for it. If it's on wheels, we buy it at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on, with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of GIGA, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company, brand, product, or service.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular, when freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code FREEMONTH. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular's single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome. At the end of your first year, they automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right, everything you earned doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously, though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cook-to-order butter burger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mix-in you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
While other apps are raising the price to stream music, podcasts, and more of what you love, your iHeartRadio app is still 100% free. So put your credit card away and download the free iHeartRadio app for access to all the music, radio, and podcasts you love. Free never sounded so good.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
In just a moment, all things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And if you miss any of the show, don't forget, you can get the podcast right after the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Subscribe on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts. All the links are ready for you right up there on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Born in Australia, they got the Tourette's now.
Hey, nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
Are y'all ready?
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And of course, the Home Loans Radio Show, refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, and so much more. You know where to go.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 22 years ago, 2001. This guy right here.
Just hit the east side.
Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg is right. Point for Josh.
Yes.
And Nate Dogg, 22 years ago, got 3 years probation and a $1,000 fine for allegedly kidnapping his girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
Holding her at gunpoint and then setting her mother's car on fire.
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
He got off easy, giggity, because his ex refused to cooperate with prosecutors. So all they got Nate on was charge of possession of an unmarked gun.
Damn.
Must be nice. Also must be nice because this gal is partying.
Britney Spears.
That's right. She's working fast.
Hate this every time.
She's putting Sam behind her, surrounding herself with a bunch of hotties in front of her. She had a straight up party with shirtless men because why not?
Yeah, it's getting way worse, man.
I love it. I'm
Did
here
you love
for it.
it?
I love it.
She looked like an absolute mess.
As she should be. She's single, ready to go.
You're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind. Showing one
she
guy.
looked like she wasn't on planet Earth in these videos.
And that's how you party when you get a divorce.
True.
Trying
or
to,
when you're having a breakdown.
She's trying to lick Britt's leg, this one shirtless man, at one point, all the way up to her thigh. You can hear the cameraman order him to start at the boot, bro.
My God.
Oh, wait. I should do this properly.
All right.
Start at the boot.
Oh,
start at the boot, bro.
There you go.
At the boot, you said?
Start at the boot, bro.
Okay.
I'm starting at the boot, bro.
So anyways, the video then jumps to Britt being hoisted up by 5 bare-chested men around a pool. She seems to be more than satisfied, punctuating the moment with, okay, cool. Now, she wrote in her caption, when you go to meet up with a so-called friend and drive an hour for chicken, then you have to wait in the car and need to use the bathroom. Am I right, you guys?
You're not wrong.
So what does a bitch like me do? I put my green dress on and show up with my friends. I invited my favorite boys over and played all night.
I feel like, just like people were complaining before about her being taken advantage of, I think people are taking advantage of her now. Like these guys will just go over and everybody's just pretending like there's not a gigantic problem going on here. Like, she's not completely just out of her mind right now. It seems so weird to me. The video that she posted this weekend was one of the ones where her eyes just looked gone, completely gone.
Throw some glasses on. She also posted one of her trademark sexy
you
dance
are really
videos.
minimizing the crazy here.
I mean, what am I to do? Besides embrace it.
You don't see that, like, when you look at her eyes, she just looks absolutely out of it?
I don't.
She
It
does to
looked
me.
the same to me, every single one.
All right.
This is what happens when you have a conservatorship. Dropped some word salad in the caption as she is, it's her first public comment about her impending divorce. She says, 6 years is a long time to be with someone, so I'm a little shocked, but I'm not here to explain why because it's honestly nobody's business. How about that? It's nobody's business.
It should be somebody's business, though.
I couldn't take the pain anymore, honestly. I've been playing it strong for way too long, and my Instagram may seem perfect, but it's far from reality, and I think we all know that. So have fun, and make sure to lick the boot, bro. Now, there was a big old wedding this past weekend. I'm sure you guys were completely up to date with it, right?
No, who got married?
Andy McDowell's daughter, Margaret Qualley, married music producer Jack Antonoff.
Oh, I know him. He's from Fun. And yeah, he's the guy who's from Fun, and then he's like a big songwriter.
Yeah, big producer.
And the Bleachers. He's in a band called
That's
the Bleachers.
what it was.
too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. And I think he dated
the girl from Girls.
Yes,
Yeah.
the girls. Oh, they had the wedding over the weekend, but apparently the real attraction was Taylor Swift because they had to have a whole security team for a stampede of people just there to see Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Mob actually showed up outside the venue to get a glimpse of her. The other stars like Lana Del Rey, Channing Tatum, Zoe Kravitz, and Cara Delevingne.
Damn.
God, all
They
of
got
them.
some famous friends.
Yeah, they're all my hall passes too. Do I need one of those anymore? Nobody was chanting their names.
I don't think so.
They were just chanting Taylor's. Police even had to show up to provide crowd control. Unfortunately, Taylor unavailable for comment.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
It didn't even say because she's dead.
Oh, it didn't. What, did you break it?
I guess.
Because she's dead.
There she is.
But she is alive. Here we go. I think I didn't send you the link, unfortunately, but if you could pull it up. We have Coco Austin. You know her as Ice-T's wife.
Oh, I've never heard her name like that.
Coco Austin?
Yeah, I've just heard Coco.
She wanted to show off the new underwater camera that she got on her Samsung.
Not familiar with
Yeah,
this.
me either. But the way that she did it is rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. She captured a video of herself in her pool with her 7-year-old daughter, Chanel, and she had Chanel straddling her as she rolled down underwater, and then they shared what I like to call the Tom Brady.
Oh, boy. Did it go on for too long?
Kiss.
All right, here it is. She's hugging her mom. I mean, it's definitely going on for...
For those of you who are just listening on the radio, it lasted as long as that clip.
Yeah, it definitely went on a little long there.
Hey, but great footage, Samsung.
There are families that are different though, where like kissing on the mouth is just more normal. That did not happen in my house.
No way.
That would be very
feel
strange.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but then there's also like, a peck on the mouth that happens,
Mm-hmm.
and then it looks like with Tom Brady, because I'll never forget it, and now Coco Austin. It's a little too long.
Yeah, it was like a 5 Mississippi.
A lot of people are now commenting weird, creepy, over-sexualized, and even incest in all caps.
Okay. Good God.
We'll see. What's your take? Did your parents kiss you on the lips for that long? Be sure to add on chat. The right is losing their ever right minds because this guy's making headlines.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock is right, and you'll never believe it, but he was spotted at a concert in Nashville with a Bud Light.
Oh, no.
Yes, just a few months ago, Kid Rock posted a video of himself shooting cases of Bud Light and saying, F Bud Light, F Anheuser-Busch, all because they partnered with the trans activists. They could sell more beer to the LGBTQ community, and there he was with the Bud Light.
Now, has he said that maybe he was ending his war against Bud Light, or is he just like doing this because he forgot?
He said nothing about it. Now, the video of him with the Bud Light that helped spearhead the cancellation of Bud Light. Now the same people are trying to cancel Kid Rock for having one Bud Light. It's also worth mentioning that the Bud Light that was used by the LGBTQ influencer, what was her name?
Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney. It was never sold in stores.
No,
it was just one damn video.
Like a one-off thing.
And now canceled Kid Rock is making the headlines. One even claimed he's already shot up his Kid Rock albums.
Oh, okay. I want to go buy like 12 dozen Kid Rock albums and then shoot it with an automatic weapon.
Go broke.
Yeah.
Why not?
Match the energy there.
All right. I only have time for a couple more. So how about we do this? It was the 25th anniversary of IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe it's just Rotten Tomatoes. Erase everything I just said. It was the 25th year anniversary of Rotten Tomatoes. Congratulations.
All right.
It's been
Rotten
so long.
Tomatoes.
Now, the website asked approved critics to choose their top 5 films released in the past 25 years, and we now have a winner. Do you have any idea who it is?
No. 25 years limits it.
Now, I have the top 10 in front of me. I can give you, starting from the bottom, now we're here.
Okay.
At number 10, we have The Social Network.
That is a good movie. Not a lot of people seem to like it, though.
I feel like
it was top 10 movies
I liked
of
it,
all
but
time.
everybody I've ever talked to about it is like, eh.
I feel like there's going to be more than one Fincher movie on this list.
Yeah. What else would he be on here for?
Zodiac, maybe?
Is Zodiac on that list?
Oh, wait, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler? Oh, that's a good movie.
Not saying Nightcrawler. No. Number 9, The Matrix. Pan's Labyrinth at number 8. This is a movie I've never heard of. Spirited Away.
Oh, it's an anime.
Yeah.
It's like a very popular anime
word.
one.
Studio Ghibli.
Number 6, In the Mood for Love.
I've never heard of that until now.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Never heard of that until now.
Sounds like a yeast infection.
Yep.
And number 4, The Dark Knight. Number 3, Mulholland Doctor.
No idea.
And
it's Mulholland Drive.
Oh, my bad. I was like, why is the doctor in the back? But
Dr. Mulholland to you.
What's Mulholland Drive?
I haven't even seen it. I just know I've heard of it.
Number 2 was Parasite. Finally, a movie that I recognize.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And can agree. But they say at number 1, the best film of the past 25 years is this one. It's new. It's dirty. They have cars that they've rigged.
Fast and the Furious?
No.
Oh, good.
Mad Max.
Mad Max?
Oh, really?
What
Fury
kind?
Road?
Fury.
Yes.
Okay, that was a cool
Fury
movie.
Doctor, if I read it incorrectly. Yeah, Mad Max Fury Road has been crowned the best film of the past 25 years, at least according to Rotten Tomatoes.
I think
and
I
their
liked that. I don't remember it that
approved
great.
It was
critics.
good.
I like the one with, what was it, Tony Braxton? Tina Turner?
Oh, yeah. Thunderdome.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
old one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cult classic. Also a classic, but unfortunately, a new generation of music fans will not be able to listen to it. It has been dropped from a new version of Queen's greatest hits. May it rest in peace.
Oh, fat bottom girls.
Fat bottom girls, big fat fannies.
Love
will,
them.
I guess, just live forever elsewhere because the Greatest Hits album featuring the band's original 1981 Greatest Hits alongside Bohemian Rhapsody and We Will Rock You, but left off is Fat Bottom Girls.
See, they were making this like, I saw this. People get mad at all the time about things that aren't true. They were making it out like this was a big woke thing, and they were censoring Fat Bottom Girls
because they're
Queen.
calling people fat?
It's for a children's music streaming platform.
Oh, Yado.
So,
Yodo.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that before, but obviously they want to take that off the kids' version.
But We Will Rock You? Like, doesn't that say bloody and
Does it?
I'm going to stomp your face out
I don't know. I haven't heard those.
and I'm going to make love to you?
Got to go to a stadium for that.
Talk about doctors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Light. Anyways, congratulations. And to all the Fat Bottom girls out there, we still love you very much. On the Boob Tube, brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don, we have the NFL preseason football, baby!
Yeah!
20 season finale of The Bachelorette, baby! American Ninja Warrior, baby! And Stars on Mars on Fox. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram. At Sabrina Ambra. We got a big old karaoke competition tonight.
Nice.
All that info on my Instagram. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
No, thank you, Sean. This is the last time I got to use this.
You got stuff back at the
So
studio.
sad.
You can use the old one.
So sad.
Revive old Sabrina.
Are you selling this one, though?
No.
Can I have it?
No, that's all going to stay right there.
Cool.
As is. In case you want to come back and just stop by, you know. All right, quick break.
I agree.
Back in a moment with your dispatches. Plus, there is a big debate this week and RIP Threads. What the hell's going on over there? They're about to launch something new. We'll see if it's going to save the disaster that is Threads. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a trip for two to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas is minutes away on Real Radio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right shoulder is blocked due to an accident on the Greenway heading southbound between Boggy Creek Toll Plaza and before Landstar Boulevard, exit 14. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Old Lake Wilson Road heading northbound at Sinclair Road. There's delays due to an accident on Orange Avenue heading southbound after the beach line. Traveling on I-4, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses. Look sharp, shop smart, and take care of your eyes. Visit America's Best for a professional comprehensive eye exam, plus 2 pairs of glasses starting at just $79.95. Shop online or book an exam at americasbest.com. That's americasbest.com.
Fence Outlet customer Amy said,
"We had a fire on our property and needed to replace our fence quickly. We have grandchildren and pets, and we were concerned for their safety. A friend recommended Fence Outlet. We scheduled a free quote, and they had our privacy and safety restored quickly."
Visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
I had a radio listener call me after an accident. The insurance company offered him $700. He hired me that day and we were covered $100,000. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Potential clients may not obtain same or similar results. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Wells Fargo gives you access to direct deposit funds up to 2 days early.
Plus, if you look at the X and Y axes...
What if everything came 2 days early? Like the weekend.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise.
You can't get everything early, but when it comes to direct deposits, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/get-early to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Not all direct deposits are eligible. Early availability is not guaranteed and may vary between deposits from the same payer. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
This month, everyone's heading back to school. But while you've been busy buying new notebooks, backpacks, and lunchboxes, I've been coming up with a plan to help you buy a ride that's just too cool for school. Hey, it's RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi, and I've got your key to looking fine in the car line. Right now, you could drive a nice new car for just $9 down. Don't sit in the car line with a car you hate. Ditch your old ride. You be proud to show off in the new 7-seater 2023 Outlander or the stylish Mirage. Cleanest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon, starting at $15,900. And hey, if you've gotten a low credit score from the School of Hard Knocks, don't worry. My credit specialist, great on a curve, with rates from 0%. And our used car supercenter has over 100 fresh trade-ins starting at $5,900. Visit me to finish your back-to-school shopping, and you could drive home in a nicer, newer car for just $9 down. Hurry, this deal's done when the school bell rings. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. See all my A-plus rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Offers require bank approval. See dealer for details.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors, but it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas, and next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath. MidFLA.com.
The blockbuster event of the summer is here.
Outrunning a helicopter isn't exactly what I had in mind for my beach getaway.
But this isn't another full-throttle action movie. It's the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Wait, what?
Featuring the action-packed 2023 Nissan Rogue and Nissan Sentra, with sport modes that give the performance of a lifetime.
Stealing my spotlight.
And now comes the real star of the show.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select road trims. Availability is limited, so shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/5/23.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular, when freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular's single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio. Confirmation text and info, standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Festival to 200-200. I'm telling you, there's a chance.
Real Radio 104.1.
We're going to hear from you with your dispatches. That's how you join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send one right now. And as we roll on a Monday, don't forget the podcast. The links are all up there for you over at thenewsjunkie.com. Plus that See It Now from earlier that you got to take a look at, but not if you're queasy. Not if you're the type that gets a little squeamish around blood.
Or eating like pigs in the blanket.
Oh, yeah. If you're eating anything that resembles a finger, don't go over to See It Now with thenewsjunkie.com. Before I get into what's going on with Threads, which is an interesting story in and of itself, have you guys seen this guy who's running for office in Argentina yet? No. Javier Milei, I think is how you say his name. And he just won the presidential primary for his party. And this dude is wild. All right? When I say this, you probably won't believe me, but this guy makes Trump seem soft. That's who this guy is.
Oh, trigger warning.
I saw an interview with this guy over the weekend. I was like, this guy he's just going for it, man. He's given this interview, and this woman asked him a question, and he starts talking about his political opponents. So, like, he's on the right, and he's talking about people on the left. And he goes, they're S people. And he said, these libtards. And he's like, full on, like, pedal to the metal. He's like, they must be eliminated. They must be. And I go, oh, my God. This guy is wild. And they said he's a 52-year-old libertarian economist with a hatred of all things authoritarian, including China's ruling Communist Party, and a penchant for tantric sex as well. And the thing that I saw, it was so funny to me because this guy's tossing out all these base takes and slamming his fist on the table and calling his enemies the worst thing in the world and S and this and that. But then they asked him about something else, and he's like, my favorite thing to do is spend time with my 4 little girls. And you're like, oh, he's dad? He's like, I have 4 dogs. And he starts to name off his dogs. And you're like, this guy who's like going extreme on everything is a real softie for his little puppies back at home.
Kind of cute.
And I guess he's got a soft spot for the animals, but you'll see this guy out there. He's wild,
His
man.
hair is nuts.
His hair is crazy. Hold on, let me bring this up. So people on the stream can see. You could watch over at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. His hair is like, it looks like he's wearing an Elvis wig, okay? Here's a good example. This is what he looks like, Sabrina. This is that dude. He's wild, man.
Oh, wow,
He's got like
man.
big old head of hair with big old like mutton chops coming down.
Can you imagine if that's the president of the United States?
He straight up looks like Elvis or something.
I kind of like it.
He's something to behold.
I feel like he
man.
should have a British accent.
Oh, he does.
Totally.
Like
But
Cockney.
he's everything he does is like screaming. Like everything is like very, very aggressive that he's doing. But you might hear more from him as we move forward with the election there in Argentina, if that gets any attention. Meanwhile, over at Meta was supposed to launch the biggest thing ever. Forget Twitter or X. It's all over. We go over to Threads now. We're Threads in it. Even radio stations like ours started to run things like, follow us on Threads. Threads is the next big thing. And they said, look, we're the first to get to this many, like 100 million users or whatever in just a short period of time. And when that was happening, I was like, everybody's bowled over by this number. But they had to utilize like billions and billions and billions of people on Instagram to get all the people over to Threads. So
same difference.
Like it makes sense that they would have the user base to do this. The problem is, are people going to keep coming back? And they're not. Like they've completely tanked over at Threads. Let me see if I can get up this chart that I saw earlier because it was pretty crazy how far down things have gone over at Threads. Because for a second you were like, oh, this is the new place people are going to be. I'll start creating content over here. And here it is right here. So X and Twitter has remained fairly flat throughout July and August at about 110 million daily active users. Threads rockets up to 50 million users and then now is down to about 10 million users per day, which sounds like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. It's not enough for you to be making a lot of money there. And they said the people are on average using the app for about 2.4 minutes a day, which is a fraction of the time
nothing.
Yeah, that they use
I haven't
X
even
or Twitter
opened
for.
it, honestly.
I started it and I was like, okay.
But then they put it on a profile, like what number of thread user you are.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to profiles and I was like,
sounds.
It makes it look like I have a whole bunch of followers on Threads when I pulled that up. Let me see if it does it on the web.
Yeah, so I'm number 48,775,615.
Okay, the way they put this on your Instagram profile, it made me think when I was looking at some other people, I was like, damn, I was like, they got a lot of followers over on Threads. They don't show it on the website of things just yet. I haven't linked those two, I guess. But it's been a disaster over there. And now they're going to try to save Threads.
I don't understand how I have so many Thread followers.
Yeah, it's because
all I have is, hey, what's up?
It's
what's
because
up?
if somebody from Instagram follows you and then they go over to Threads, they automatically follow you.
Oh,
so it's
word.
like the two are connected in that way, which is nice. And it's a good way to like build up a social network pretty quickly.
Hide the badge.
But they didn't have a desktop version, and they're going to launch that now, possibly even this week. A desktop version of Threads will be released.
Wow.
I don't know if that's going to change anything. I don't know if it's going to be the end of Twitter/X. I think that Twitter/X will never end because even the people who hate it the most and who hate Elon Musk the most and who every 2 weeks trend Mastodon or Blue Sky, these alternatives to Twitter, they are so addicted. They can't get enough of this thing. So they'll go away and then they'll be like, sayonara. I'm never coming back to Twitter. 2 months later, they're back and they're posting like 5,000 times a day. And you go, you're just addicted to it. You're addicted to this platform. And there's tons of people that are in that category. I could, take it or leave it. I do like Twitter for when something live is happening because none of the other social media outlets seem to work for that. Like
Instagram, sometimes I'll look at stuff and it's like 4 days old.
Yes, that happens to me too.
I hate it.
I'll go on there and I'm scrolling.
Especially when it's a restaurant I love. And I'm like, I'm going to go over there right now to have that special. No, 4 days ago.
I've had that same exact thing happen where you pull it up and you go, oh, this is the special of the day. And you look and it says 4 days ago. And you go, this isn't the way I want my feed to be. Maybe I'm not following enough stuff. Who knows? Anyhow, before we get to you and your dispatches here in just a moment, it's happening this Wednesday, I believe. They're going to be doing the GOP presidential debate, the first Republican presidential debate.
Yes.
And for people to be on stage, they have to not be Donald Trump because he has said he's not going to appear at any of the debates. It's beneath him. He doesn't want to go to these debates. These are for the losers. In fact, I think he said, I'll watch the debates, and whoever does the best, I'll pick as my vice presidential candidate. So it's like, you guys are just running for the VP.
I don't hate the strategy.
It's like, I'm way bigger than this. So to be able to be in the debate, you have to have polled at least 1% in 3 high-quality national polls or a mix of national and early state polls. You have to have a minimum of 40,000 donors, which is why we saw that weird-ass scam where politicians were saying, send me $1 and I'll give you a $5 Visa gift card. They were doing this to build up those 40,000 donors. Or you got to have 220 or more states, 200 donors in 20 or more states. And the people who are making it on the stage, Ron DeSantis, he will be up there. He's not doing very well these days. I saw an interview with him before this, and he looked like
the teeth.
The one that I saw, he looked like he was about to pass out. Like
there was one where it looked like, they grabbed the perfect clips of it. He's grinding his teeth like crazy.
He made some missteps.
I think he's stressed.
Yeah, he's not been doing well.
He's like, I didn't wear my heels. Damn it.
And the national polling on this, like Trump's like at 67% or something wild. Like nobody's even close to him, which is just fantastic. Tim Scott is also going to be on the stage. Nikki Haley, and then the guy who's starting to pop off quite a bit, who I think is very interesting, and I think may have a good performance on Wednesday, Vivek Ramaswamy. And this dude is a Hindu guy. It's not like what you would think of for a Republican, but he's good with his words, and he's not shying away from any kind of like intellectual debates or arguments. So I think he's smart. I think he may do well.
I think that he's the one that DeSantis's campaign is most worried about.
Like imagine that. This was a guy who, when they first sent him, I was like, who the hell is this guy? I've never heard of him before. And DeSantis is like focusing on this guy. He's the target now because
make sure to pummel him.
Started to poll better.
Sledgehammer, fake Vivek.
And then you got big ass Chris Christie on the stage. He'll be up there. Doug Burgum is going to be on stage, and Mike Pence.
Doug Burgum.
Doug Burgum, I've never heard of
I don't know who that
moment.
is.
This is the first moment I've heard of Doug Burgum. But he'll be up there. I'm sure he'll get asked like one question or something. So that's happening on Wednesday of this week. We'll see if there's any fireworks.
He's the governor of North Dakota.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, like, 3 people know who he is, probably.
Oh, my God. All right, let's go over here. Let's go to Dementos with a dispatch about lemon law and Sabrina's car.
What's going on, news junkies?
Hey.
Yay. Hey, you were talking about that lemon law thing. My parents went through that a while back when I was younger. They bought I think it was a Suzu Hombre. It was like their version of the
I
Chevy
remember
S10
those.
truck. And yeah, they had problems with that thing from day one. And I tell you what, that dealership made them jump through all kinds of hoops to get through that lemon law process. It was a nightmare. It took like probably close to a year to actually get it all straightened out. They kept trying to fix it and it kept having problems.
Right.
I mean, they eventually got their money back from what I assume, but yeah, it was a process.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. BDMX Con on Twitch says he had a deplorable moment. He's talking about Ron DeSantis, insinuating Trump faithful are listless vessels.
Oh, yeah.
They clipped him out on that. And I like when people see these things and they're like, oh, DeSantis called Trump supporters listless vessels, so that's it for his campaign. It's like, you know what has more impact on that? The goofy ass videos of him like interacting with people and laughing like a hyena at like a joke. The memery is what has so much more of an impact. And the idea that he's singularly focused on stuff that a lot of people don't really care about that much. And he went full force on that. Like, I think he lost a lot of people. But the Vivek Ramaswamy guy, he's got like all sorts of things. Like, he juggles a million different topics when he talks about this. I mean, he talks about things that people actually care about. Josh says Vivek is the Republicans' Obama. I don't think that's an unfair comparison.
And he's young.
He's young. He's younger than me, for God's sake. And he's slick. I think he's mid to late 30s, 36, 37. Is he 38? 38 years old. He's got potential. He really actually does. But the problem is you still got Trump there. So the people who support Trump, it doesn't matter. Like, the man said it. He said he could shoot somebody in the middle of the street and his supporters would be there. He's not lying. It's absolutely true. These people are in a trance or something. And they're sticking with him. It's a cult of personality. And so you might have somebody who would be like a decent politician with electability through the roof that is got some finesse and is likable and stuff, but he just doesn't have a chance because of Trump being in the way. We'll have to see what happens. All right, let's see here. We got the Saltpeter. This says, fun fact.
Fun fact.
We'll be the judge.
You are born with all of your teeth, adult and child.
I know that's
and
weird.
Also, your eyeballs never grow. Ever.
Is that true?
Wiggle, wiggle. Pop, pop.
No, that sounds like it could be true.
That doesn't make any sense.
So if you put, like, my eyeballs when I was a baby were the same size as they are now?
You have tiny little baby eyes, though.
What? This is such a weird time to take a shot at me. Great.
That's like the most uninsulting insult.
Gone are the small hands. The small hands criticism is out the window now. Sean has small eyeballs. Oh, God. I don't want this, but here we are. Let's go over to, here's Ricky with the dispatch for us.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Ricky here. Look, I own an HR consulting business, and I've had some clients ask me what are the possibilities or what would happen if, from an employee perspective, if they put in cameras in the workplace and it can be monitored from somewhere else. And what I tell them is, look, there is no reasonable expectation of privacy in the workplace, with the exception of a bathroom, an office that has a lock and key. That's something very different. But everything else, there's no reasonable expectation of privacy. That said, just because there isn't that expectation, it is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You're going to lose employees. Just stay away from it. Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, when I hear about some of this stuff, some of it's been around for a while, and some of it's super creepy to me. Like during the pandemic, I was made aware of some of the stuff they were using for college students to make sure that they weren't cheating on stuff when they were remotely working, and how they connect to your computer, and not only do they watch through your webcam, but they do like a key logger to see what you're typing.
Mouse movement tracker.
Like, they're fully taking over your computer to make sure that you're not cheating. And some of those things were so Big Brother-ish and weird to me. but people just go with it. It's one of the most amazing things to me that people really don't care about their personal information that much. Everybody was like, Cambridge Analytica, oh my God, Facebook, oh my God.
Loved Farmville.
What do they do? And then the next week they're hitting yes on every terms of service that they see and sharing every piece of information with anybody who wants it. The people don't care enough. They don't care about that. And they'll go with it. Like what? The workplace wants to put a weight sensor on my chair to make sure that I'm in my desk and working to a certain percentage of the time that I'm here. It's like, oh my God. All this stuff is so stupid.
But with that, we also have the workarounds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you have a corporate company that's coming up with some weight sensor, then you have someplace on Amazon that's going to sell you the weight that you could put on your chair and get rid of it.
Yeah, the thing is, for me, it's like, why not just measure output and measure employee output? So then you go, what has Josh done today? And you look at
nothing,
and the output, you're like, oh, good, he did his job. He did all the work I was expecting him to do. That's the thing that matters. Worker output is what matters, but we're so worried about like monitoring everybody all the time.
And that requires, I think, more work from HR personnel to actually like pay attention to stuff.
Yeah, look at it and benchmark it and see like, oh, this employee's actually doing a good job, and not just kind of watch them and like, oh, you were out of your chair for too long today. That's stupid. Randall on YouTube says, because eyes are optical devices, they can't just change in size without that adversely affecting your vision. Oh, that makes sense. Evolution at work. All mammal eyes originated in the ocean from fish. Now I'm feeling a little self-conscious about my eyeballs.
Oh, that looks less crazy for sure.
I didn't fix the problem there, did I? Okay, back in just a moment. We still got jury duty coming up and a whole lot more, including you. Send us your dispatches at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Plus, a brand new excuse for students all across the country. What are they saying is making them worse at school? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
What happens when we're off the air? At Real Radio 1041 on TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for delays due to an accident on I-4 westbound at Conroy Road. Traffic is backed up to John Young Parkway. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Kirkman Road heading northbound at Colonial Drive. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Old Lake Wilson Road heading northbound at Sinclair Road. The right shoulder is blocked due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound south of Osceola Parkway, exit 249. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by KFC.
Attention, Orlando. Do you crave juicy, tender, packed with flavor fried chicken? If so, grab KFC's 3-piece tenders and biscuit for just $5. Get your craving on at a KFC near you. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there. T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Having the time of your life is more rewarding than ever when you visit any MGM Rewards destination nationwide. Dine, stay, play, and earn on all of it. Details at MGMRewards.com. Subject to earning and redemption limitations applicable to certain purchases and in certain states.
Get ready for the Hollywood at 9 Tour 2023. Hollywood Undead, Tech 9, together live. November 15th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa, with special guest King ISO. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com and HardRockTampa.com. Don't miss Hollywood Undead and Tech 9, Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Now this is a Dunkin' Run. A $3 sausage, egg, and cheese with a medium or larger coffee.
I'm going on a Dunkin' Run. You want anything?
Oh, a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and a hot coffee.
You got it.
Wait, actually, a sausage, egg, and cheese and an iced coffee. Time for a Dunkin' Run. Add a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese to a medium or larger coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid with the purchase of a medium or larger coffee. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
It's time for getting back to things. Back to school, back from vacation, back to your routine, and back to being healthy. Summer vacations and celebrations often lead to weight gain. But don't worry, Red Mountain Weight Loss can help with RM3, the medical breakthrough that helps you lose up to 20 pounds a month. Nothing works faster. RM3 attacks unhealthy fat, reshaping your belly, hips, and thighs so you can regain your ideal body weight. It's safe for men and women, and it's all natural so you won't feel nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Schedule your appointment today and get back to the real you with RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Dial pound 250 from your phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. Again, just dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in because they are making a profit from you. That's the law. Yet many times a normal day ends with injuries because that business breached that duty because they knew or should have known of the dangerous condition that caused your injury. It happens every day in many ways. Slip and falls where cleaning and maintenance were ignored. Falling boxes and items stacked too high. And so many other unexpected occurrences and dangers only known to that business owner. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, let our team investigate and report back to you. The duty to protect customers from harm is the law, and our duty is to protect you after that harm. Visit forthepeople.com for more information, or on your cell phone, dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. forthepeople.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Hi, I'm Marissa Thalberg.
And I'm Stephen Wolf Pereira. Come join us for our podcast, Brand New.
So what's really new about Brand New? Well, Stephen and I are not only longtime C-suite executives, we're friends.
Because of that, we've got a lot to say about tech, entertainment, advertising, media, and marketing, what we call team.
It's real talk from the inside, personal talk too, and it's meant for everyone rising in business or just interested in it.
Just look for the Brand New podcast wherever you listen.
It's a brand new conversation you won't want to miss.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival now. Text the nationwide keyword FESTIVAL, F-E-S-T.
Dispatches from the newsjunkie.com. Thanks for hanging out with us on this lovely Monday. We love you. We appreciate you. And we hope you'll be hanging out with us for the rest of the show. Before we get into some dispatches, get all geared up for jury duty, some crazy stories there. I saw that Lamar Odom made a post when USA basketball was playing and the USA national team was playing. And Lamar Odom said, "We're tuned in." And he posted this photo of him watching, and people started razzing on him because his TV is real small.
Look at that sucker.
Oh, my God.
Lamar Odom has his TV over a fireplace.
Why is it so tiny?
It looks like a postage stamp in this room that he's
It's like when Michael Scott's showing off his plasma screen. You push it in or pull it out.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm so proud."
Take a look at this, Jim.
And it's like a little crooked too, and it just goes.
We're tuned in.
He started getting absolutely roasted in the replies. People like posting links to bigger televisions that he could buy.
Wait, is that?
Oh, it is. Somebody posted the Michael Scott meme.
There you go.
The exact thing. I love this TV. I love it.
Was that him replying to himself with the picture of the TV box?
Yeah, it was. He posted another photo down here. Lamar Odom posted is just going to leave this here as he's going to get himself a larger TV.
If
I
that's
guess.
70 inches, that is a gigantic wall.
Yeah, it truly is because it looks tiny in this picture. So he got roasted for that, obviously. We give kids too many excuses. I truly believe this. We do. There's so many things that they could blame their failures on right now. And this one is yet another one because there's a new report out and there's some experts that are coming out and saying that, this is true. This is a big issue. And they say student test scores face new threats from extreme heat. And the story says student learning and test scores are shown to fall when children are faced with an extreme heat. A worrying sign as heat waves and rising temperatures become the norm in the U.S. During this past week, millions of students went back to school, even as the Pacific Northwest faced an unprecedented heat wave that's suspected of killing 3 people. The persistent soaring temperatures, especially in areas unfamiliar with them, disproportionately impact children in rural or low-income areas, they say, where they may not have adequate air conditioning. So basically they're saying when it's hotter, the kids perform worse in school. The study they bring this from is a correlation, not causation kind of situation. Like these two things might be happening, but the heat might not be causing the bad grades. But let me tell you something. If I was in school and there was news stories saying students' test scores are facing new threats from extreme heat, as soon as I got that low test score, I'd be like, what do you expect from me? It's 99 degrees outside. Feels like 105. How am I supposed to perform on any of these tests? I would be using this immediately.
But do you think that they're saying that based off what the kids are saying, or they're just doing the correlation of the low test scores and the high heat?
They just did a study where they compared test scores with students like over years, and then they compared it to the temperatures from those days. And they said, look, when it was hotter, the kids did worse at school. But that doesn't prove that it's what's causing the scores.
Go to school in Florida, softies.
Yeah, get used to it, please. My God. Right now, though, this week, there's what they call a heat dome over the center, basically. Like if you take just the coasts out of it, the center of the United States, and it's going to be roasting for some of these people.
Yay.
Before you know it, though, we'll get into September. Things will cool down a little bit. October rolls along. You got Halloween on the way. Oh, my God. This year is absolutely flying by. That is a frightening thing to think about. Let's hear from you. Your dispatches are ready to go. Here's our friend Pizza Peisenberg. It says, breaking news. We'll be the judge of that.
Sean got tiny baby eyes.
No.
Goo goo. Gaga.
Don't do this. I want that to go away, but it won't. I know it won't. Here's Slow Ninja.
I like this
was
song.
cleaning out the closet this weekend and found a box of old cloth COVID masks. Nothing wrong with them, but do I throw them away or do I keep them? Not really sure. Thanks.
Garbage. Toss them in the garbage. Otherwise, those things start spinning around the world. That was one of the worst things. I mean, one of the worst things about the pandemic. It was one of the things that I was like so grossed
minus
out
the
by.
death.
When you would go to like a parking lot, just look at the ground of the parking lot, and there's masks just thrown away everywhere, and you go, "Oh my God!" And we're still drinking out of straws made out of, I don't know, whatever the hell they're using this
agave paper.
Syrup. Yeah,
I got a plastic one here.
But we got billions and billions of these masks rolling around these damn parking lots. Last Chance has some comments for us. Let's see what Last Chance says.
Hey there, News Junkies.
Hey,
thank you much for a great start to my Monday. So anyway, I wanted to comment about Governor DeSantis. Last year or 2 years ago, there was a clip of him when he's talking about COVID and restrictions and this and that. And there's a bunch of kids behind him with masks. And he turns around and he sort of pissed off, tells them to take them off. Well, I just saw another clip yesterday. And he's talking, and behind him, there's law enforcement, and they're all masks. And they're all wearing masks. And he didn't say a damn thing. Just an observation. All right. Love your show. Thank you.
I wonder why they would be doing that. It's kind of strange that they would still be wearing masks. But I think the things that get him is just like when you saw the debate prep that leaked last week for Ron DeSantis, when it has to tell you, like, be a human.
Yeah. They're like, be
Try
likable.
to act normal. Thanks.
Be likable, and you go, okay, there's some problems here. Because people like, number one, I think this is so underrated, but it's one of the biggest assets that Trump has going for him. People like people who are funny. And honest to God, Trump is pretty funny. Like, the guy.
He's got jokes.
He's got jokes. He's so ridiculous that he's going to make you laugh. He's going to say all kinds of things that are funny to you. And that's a valuable asset. And you don't see like a lot of the. I don't know who like Ron DeSantis actually is as a person. You know, his wife is like, okay, you see her up there. She seems, she just beat cancer. She got some sort of a backstory.
Yeah, they fall on that a lot.
They do. Yeah, that's what they're kind of using to like even him out a little bit.
Go for him. His wife had cancer.
You're gonna go over to Tuck Frump here with the Dispatch.
Mulholland Drive is a very slow and boring psychological thriller that I used to watch on VHS tape a lot when I was a kid when my parents weren't home, because it has one very brief and extremely softcore lesbian scene.
Okay. Thank you for that.
That's all it takes.
Now we know what's in there. You know what I watched the other day? You guys should see this. I forgot what service it was on. I just can't remember what it was on.
Pornhub.
It's a new. It's not on Pornhub. It's a new movie that was released on one of the streaming services, and it's called Influencer. Have you seen anything about this yet?
Oh, I saw the thumbnail. I don't even think I saw the trailer.
At first, I was like, ugh, what are they going to do with this? But it's about this girl who's like a social media influencer, obviously. And when you think you know what the movie's about, one thing that was wild to me was, I think it was that movie. It could have been another one that we watched recently. But Courtney and I watched a movie recently where the movie started and the intro credits didn't happen until 30 minutes into the movie. And we're like, what the hell? What's going on here?
Weird.
Like, you feel like you're settled in and ready to go, and then they run the intro for the movie. So right when you think you've figured out what this movie Influencer is going to be about, everything changes. And it's like, it was good.
I'm about that life.
It was really interesting. And the thing that I loved was, Courtney and I love to watch these thriller movies. And there's so many stupid artsy thrillers where the directors, the creative team, the script writers, they're pussies. And when it gets to the point where you have to make a decision how you're going to end it or what the twist is going to be, they just pull a Sopranos and the character is like running down a road and the credits run. And you go, you didn't even try. You didn't try to end this movie.
No, it's up to the audience
That's
to decide.
right. And they always say, like, oh, this is artistic. In your mind, you can each choose your own adventure. Shut up. Finish the movie. Make a move. And in the movie Influencer,
Seems almost lazy.
It does. They actually said, here's what we're going to do. And they went with it. And they had like an ending that I thought was really interesting. But when I saw the preview, I go, oh, what are we watching here, Courtney? I liked it. I thought it was good. I dug that movie. Quick break. When we come back, Jury Duty is coming up next. And there's some stories that we've got updates on that we've been following for quite some time. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Bot free since 2008. At Real Radio 1041 on Twitter. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The curious case of quarterback Anthony Richardson continues in Indy. Colts named him their starter, but aren't ready to show him off yet. By now, Indy knows what he can and can't do. They don't want to throw him in out there against a backup and worry about an injury. Unlike rookie C.J. Stroud, who's built on timing and rhythm, Richardson is more Josh Allen and Cam. Go make a play. I'm Colin Cowherd.
From the versatile EQB to the sublime EQS sedan, Mercedes-Benz makes electric extraordinary. The vehicle's all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is yours. Learn more. MBUSA.com/EQ.
The blockbuster event of the summer is here.
Outrunning a helicopter isn't exactly what I had in mind for my beach getaway.
But this isn't another full-throttle action movie. It's the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Wait, what?
Featuring the action-packed 2023 Nissan Rogue and Nissan Sentra, with sport modes that give the performance of a lifetime.
Stealing my spotlight.
And now comes the real star of the show.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select road trims. Availability is limited, so shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/5/23.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cook-to-order butter burger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mixin you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
When it comes to $1 small Slurpee drinks at 7-Eleven, no one's doing it like you. You're inventing new flavor combos, throwing caution to the wind. You're a frozen fizz whiz, a pina colada prodigy. You mix cherry and blue raspberry like a pro. Only you know the perfect ratio. Just when they think you're done, you add a splash of summertime citrus, just because you can. And because your small Slurpee drink masterpiece is just $1 at 7-Eleven. Slurpee, anything flows. Expires 12/31/2023, plus tax. Visit store for details.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more Morgan & Morgan. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Man, we all know it's hot outside. Have you noticed your power bill going crazy? The current cost of energy is higher than it's ever been, and it's going to just keep getting higher. It's going to keep climbing. Solar Source can change that for you. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 60,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's house and my sister's house included, they do a great job. Solar Source makes it easy for a free estimate. Monster listeners, all you got to do is go online and check out the tool they have that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. There's no pressure. There's no salesman, just you and the facts. That's awesome. You can harness all the power of the sun and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting electricity from the power company. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote today. solarsource.com/monsters. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single pane aluminum frame windows and get you double insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of GIGA, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company, brand, product, or service.
Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome. At the end of your first year, they automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right, everything you earned doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously, though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
A moment. The texting service is like the softest of the listeners when they interact with us.
They're talking smack.
The texting service is like, it goes from a chat, which is like, those people are cool. They can handle things, to the people on the texting service are usually the correction police or just like bitching about weird stuff. Like, usually it's just people who are raging about something that makes no sense over there. If somebody got mad during the last break, I'm not listening to it anymore. People who live in big cities still have plenty of good reason to wear masks right now. What the hell are you talking about? What kind of brain rot has taken hold of you through this whole thing? It's like, holy cow. You can come outside now. You can enjoy your life a little bit. If you're not somebody who has like a compromised immune system, live your life. Please do it. Don't waste any more of it because
or if
we
you
already
want to wear a mask, then you wear a mask. But you don't have to tell everybody what to do.
I'm not telling anybody that they can't wear a mask. I'm saying if you're wearing a mask because you as a perfectly healthy human being think there's still that level of danger even in a city, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. You are. If you want to do it. But it's like, you got to get to your life. You got to get to enjoying it. We only have so much time. And some of you doomers are like so deep down in this weird depression that you got to fight your way out of it. You really do. Those are the folks on the texting service.
Nice. And we love you. Thanks for listening.
That's what it's like over there. No, they said they're not listening anymore. They're very triggered by, everybody's triggered these days. God, all these people.
I bet you're still listening.
Probably. I hope so. So there you are. And when we get to jury duty here in a second, we've got an update on a story that I saw over the weekend that's absolutely wild. But I do want to tell you, you can go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you create an account. It takes like 5 seconds. Honestly, it's very, very quick. And then you'll be part of the community, which means you can send in dispatches and hang out with us here on the show. And whatever you have on your mind, even if you've got that take, that person from the texting service, go for it. Send in a dispatch. Tell me how offended you are about whatever's going on or whatever's coming out of my mouth. I'm very used to that. It's fun. Okay, here we go. We might as well get into this. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Nice guy.
Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Here's the number for you. 866-CALL-MO. That's going to be easy for you to remember. Next time you're driving around and get into an accident and you realize, okay, I'm going to need an attorney here. Mo DeWitt is the guy. He is amazing. And he's going to hear your story and then represent you fighting against these billion-dollar insurance companies. Do not feel bad. I don't know why people feel this way about suing the insurance companies. They are billion-dollar corporations that are just money-grubbing, blood-sucking companies, and you deserve to protect yourself, your family, and your future. So after an accident, after slip and fall, you get hurt at work, anything like that where you need an attorney, it's 866-CALL-MOE. Wild incident in Arizona where this guy, and we're going to hear from him in a second, he was hanging out at a hair salon, and out of nowhere, boom, car drives right through the building and almost hits this guy. Like missed him by a couple of feet. And I don't, have you guys ever witnessed a car driving into a building? Have you ever witnessed that?
No, I don't believe so.
Last time I was in Fort Lauderdale, Courtney and I are talking and we're at a stoplight and this car whizzes past us and then just no hesitation, just drove right into the front of a building. And you hear all the noise and all the glass breaking and all this stuff. And I go, what the hell was that?
It's fine.
You've seen this too, Josh? Or you've seen it lightly?
I saw a slow motion. This lady, I think, had just finished giving blood for a free movie ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And I think passed out.
As one
and
does.
She rolled.
Oh, no.
She rolled into the tables in front of a Chipotle. And everyone was freaking out trying to get her out of the car. And she just backed up and drove off.
Oh, my God. Could have been a catastrophe, though. And so could it have been for this guy in Arizona. And he's just getting his haircut or at the haircut place, and the car goes right through. Here's some of the details here. See that?
When Ashley Upton's heart dropped.
Imagine that. That would be the last thing you would ever be expecting in this moment. He's in the chair getting his haircut, and a car smashes into the wall right on the other side of the mirror where he's like staring into the mirror as he's getting his haircut.
This is the moment.
I would have freaked out.
His heart dropped.
Oh, is this a new thing? She's got like a camera on a selfie stick in the
Oh yeah, no, they do
salon.
it all the time.
They film them doing the haircuts?
Yes. It's good for networking and branding.
Do like a high speed version of it or something?
That or before and after.
Yeah, okay. I've never.
You think she messed up his hairline?
I don't know, because that was such a dramatic bang and then smashed into this wall. She could have screwed things up. They're trying to figure out what happened.
hearing that, like,
Well, what was that? Did you see? So he's trying to like comfort her because they're both freaking out. But watch his hands here, okay? You okay?
Oh.
hearing that.
All right. Let's hold hands.
Little grabby.
This camera
Oh, wait, go back. Also,
Oh
jeez, that guy didn't even apply the brakes at all.
No, it's-
But go back a little bit. You could see some dude in the background just trying to get in that door for no reason.
There's a bunch of stuff going on here. I'll describe it for all those of you who are listening on the radio, obviously. But this car is full speed through this parking lot and just smashes into the building.
Where it's coming from.
It's really
This camera
intense.
angle showing
Boom!
what caused the impact? A car crashing into the Bellevue Salon
no.
Studios in
God,
Chandler.
oh my
Oh,
God,
there's
the
a guy in the
person
lobby.
waiting.
It was a guy in the lobby waiting, and the car
my
busted through the lobby
God.
about, what would you say, 10 feet from him, maybe if that.
Not even.
And would have smashed him if he was like 8 feet, 6 feet further over.
On Saturday, this man sitting just feet away from the car.
You can't even imagine the fear that was going on in their minds.
Yeah,
at that
God.
moment.
Chandler police say a woman lost control while driving in the parking lot. They don't think impairment.
She was
played a
going
role
very
for
fast.
smash.
Yeah, how did she lose
Why are you going through the
control
parking
like
lot at that rate?
Is this like a really old lady or something? Because she must have been going 40 miles an hour, close to that.
I mean, she got air coming up off the curb.
The car jumped off the ground. It did. And then in the air smashed into this building.
Bitty.
I don't know how the hell this would have happened.
The
That's
car
crazy.
ending up in the bed of a truck to haul it away. This black car belongs to Mario Cardona, who was doing
Cardona.
okay after being hit.
Oh, he got
Can't
hit
get
too.
worried about it. Can't get bent out of shape. You just got to roll with it. There was nothing I could have done to change it.
Right.
I was just going out of a parking lot, and she hit me.
This guy's way too chill about this situation.
Good attitude.
You're like, what are you going to do? You know, sometimes flying cars come
And I
at you.
thought it was a hit and run. This video shows him falling.
Okay, so somebody was right. Somebody on the chat said it looked like the vehicle already had been smashed. So this car smashed into another car in the parking lot, and then with the front of it kind of beat up a little bit, smashed into the building.
Driver before it went through the building.
Scary.
Very bad crash. Very loud. There were about 6.
Microphone
people that
sounds
immediately
great.
ran out.
Police say the driver has a minor leg injury.
My God, it's amazing nobody died in this whole back and forth. That is absolutely freaky. We're going to work in a couple of dispatches very quickly to see what you got going on. Here's Lummox. This says trigger tracked.
Sean, you gotta quit being triggered by the triggering.
I'm not stun locked on it. I'm focused on the show here. I just find it funny that there's so many weirdos out there. Just some of you are strange. Some of you are glorious, but it's like one or two that are just super weird. I've got the squirts with a dispatch.
Hey, Sean, this is just a little thought when you're talking about not wearing masks. Maybe some people wear a mask just so they won't get any other people sick. Kind of being courteous.
Awesome.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Weird. Yes. Look, I've already said this. I was like, if you got an immune situation or if you're like sick or whatever, it totally makes sense. But there's legitimately people who are still afraid. Because I remember I saw at one point during the pandemic these polls, and they were along political lines. And there were people that thought like 30, 40% of the people who got COVID were dying. Like there's a lot of people, I don't know if you realize this or not, that are still really, really scared of this stuff because politicians and news outlets, they freak these people out. And so when I see somebody like that or hear somebody saying that, I want to go, come on. You know, it's like if you're not sick, it's okay. You're going to be all right. It's going to be okay out here. We're all going to be fine. You got to live your life. Okay, we got the car crash into the nail salon thing done. When we come back, we've got so many things to get to. But there's something that they say is hurting the box office, which seems surprising to me because I feel like the box office is doing pretty well, what with the Barbie and Oppenheimer stuff. That's been huge for the movie theaters. Even got the three of us back in the movie theater.
Lego.
And it's been very, very successful. But they say there's something that's hurting the movie theaters right now. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. Real radio.
104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Lee Road or John Young Parkway heading westbound between 1792 and I-4. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Orange Avenue heading southbound between Gore Street and Cayley Street. The right shoulder is blocked due to an accident on I-4 westbound at Conroy Road. Travel with caution. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's BOGO $1 deal. Wendy's BOGO $1 deal is back at participating Wendy's. Buy a Dave's Single, Spicy Chicken Sandwich, 10-piece nugs, or medium frosty, and get another for $1. Double your deliciousness. Hurry, this BOGO deal won't last.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track.
We're basically going to have to win.
Daytona. A last chance to keep playoff hopes alive.
1 point to the good.
And for fans to experience an event unlike any other. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 25th and 26th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Republican presidential debate is Wednesday, August 23rd, and Rumble.com is your live online home. Freedom matters, and where you watch this debate says a lot about you. Rumble is uncensored and unapologetic, like you. Download the Rumble app now for debate commentaries you won't get anywhere else. The big RNC debate is Wednesday the 23rd. Watch it live online on Rumble. Download the free Rumble app or visit rumble.com/debate. That's rumble.com/debate. Rumble. Bold and free.
You can experience firsthand the real benefits of battery-powered outdoor landscaping equipment by Stihl at your local Tools Ace Hardware. And remember, Stihl products are only sold through servicing dealers like Tools Ace Hardware, which means you can't find Stihl equipment at the big box stores. Stihl battery-powered equipment has long run times and the ability to switch easily between multiple tools like edgers, trimmers, and blowers. Stop by one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 Stihl locations with service and repair centers right inside their stores. It's no secret Stihl outdoor power equipment is synonymous with quality and reliability. And now you can get that same great quality and reliability from Stihl's brand new outdoor battery powered tools and equipment. With 12 locations all throughout Central Florida, chances are there's a Tools near you. Find your Tools Ace Hardware and shop online for your brand new Stihl battery-powered outdoor tools and equipment at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Every day, you breathe in thousands of microscopic germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, helping flush out all the nasty things that make you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Cindy, a verified Navage user who writes, I've had such awful nasal congestion for the last couple of years. I bought Navage and OMG, I can breathe again. I love this thing. Goodbye, Neti Pot. Hello, Navage. End quote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular's single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
With a Hurriquake, which is just very, very weird. I did not have that on the 2023 bingo card.
So fun.
But they're having some issues there, as we've seen, and there's a lot of these places that are flooded out. One side effect from this, which is crazy, I didn't even know this was coming up, but this week is Burning Man. And the big Burning Man festival starts this week in a place in Nevada called the Black Rock Desert, right? And I saw some photographs and videos, and the Black Rock Desert, as a result of this storm, is like 2 or 3 feet of water right now. So it's just like this big, mucky, like disaster zone of an area.
That's interesting because usually, like, the biggest thing with this festival is that it's so dusty and dry that people have a hard time breathing.
So, I mean, maybe some of it might be good. There might be like some good side effects of this, but if the mud and all this stuff doesn't go away soon, it's going to be a mess out there.
I think our friend Johnny Diggs, his mobile piano bar that lifts up into the air will be the best place to be.
Let me tell you something. The people at Burning Man will find a way. They will not be held back by some water or rain or muck or whatever's left behind after this Hillary thing went through. And they said that there are some issues right now with the tickets. Tickets to the late summer week-long party in the Nevada desert have long been a hot commodity. Known for its fantastical towering sculptures and hedonistic activities, Burning Man is typically a sold-out event attracting some 80,000 people to its temporary city. But before the event here, tickets are going on Facebook groups for about $250, more than $400 below face value. So they're starting to try to make a narrative here about how the tickets are going for less than they actually were worth, and people aren't wanting to go. I don't know if that's the case. I feel like these people, if you're a burner, if you're somebody who goes out to Burning Man, you have a particular type of spirit, and you aren't going to be held down by, oh no, there was some rain here, and it's not the same as it was last year. They will persevere.
But all the rich kids that are going to go to Burning Man are probably going to hate it.
Oh, they'll complain.
Maybe it goes back to what it used to be.
The true Burning Man people are not going to mind. They'll say, fine, we'll get through this. And you're right. That weeds out the people who are just like stupid Hollywood celebrities out there.
And they'll burn the man, rain or shine.
That's right. It's happening whether you like it or not. Also at the box office, I was mentioning this before the break, but they said the strikes continue. We're on day 111 for the Writers Guild of America strike, or 112, and 39 for the SAG-AFTRA strike. Boy, that's it's almost a third of the year they've been striking for the writers. During this time, most actors and writers haven't been doing promo for any project they're involved with that's been released out into the world. And I was talking to Courtney about this, and she goes, they can't even put like an Instagram post up? And I said, I don't think so. I think if they're in a movie and
That's lame,
they haven't
man.
done anything, like they can't even put on their own Instagrams like, hey, my movie's out this weekend.
Now, is promo usually part of the contract, or that's the additional money that they get leading up to the big
I don't
paycheck?
know. I don't know how that would work. You're right, because so you're saying if, let's say, Jennifer Lawrence signs a contract for a movie, and in it she guarantees she's going to do press for the movie, but she can't do press for the movie right now because the strike is going on. I don't know what happens there. I don't know what happens in those situations. But a lot of these people, like even for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem movie, the people that weren't able to promote it, they probably lost a bunch of money on that whole thing. And this happened with Haunted Mansion, same thing. All these movies, they're like, damn, we can't promote this thing. And even if they could, they can't go on the late night shows. They had to do some other stuff. I did see that there was like one movie that they gave an exception to. And they were like, for your movie, we'll allow you to do the promotion. And you don't have to be stopped by the writer's strike.
Wasn't that like the fully independent movie?
Yeah, it was some
or
movie.
was the TV show The Chosen, I know.
It wasn't a big budget movie.
Right.
It was like a smaller movie, but they gave them an exception. They're like, we'll give you a pass. We're going to let you do this. And I thought that was kind of interesting that they did. I think the people still kind of were careful, and they did like a fundraiser or something to draw attention to things. We'll see how this all goes. All right, let's go over to a couple of dispatches very quickly. Insane Membrane is talking about California.
Good afternoon, junkies.
Hey.
I hope everybody's doing all right.
You too.
My cousin, he moved from Florida to California because he said he was tired of the hurricanes and whatever.
Oh, no.
Floodings. He lived down in Miami. He moved over to Palm Springs, and this morning I was able to get a hold of him for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes because the communication is really bad.
That's what I heard.
And he sent me a picture of his Tesla, and it is halfway in water.
Ooh.
Oh. He said that they have received within 24 hours about 9 inches of rain.
That's a lot for them.
So yeah, it's pretty bad. So he's planning on moving back over here. I told him, I said, maybe you want to wait until the hurricane season is over. So we'll see about that.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, Insane Membrane. I watch all these shows where, I don't know if you guys ever see these, like on YouTube, they do these mansion tours, and it'll be like a $95 million house in Los Angeles, the hillside. And they do the whole walkthrough. And every time I see it, so many of these mega rich houses, they have those like sliding doors that make it so your house is like completely open to the outside world. Like it's like a flow thing. So you just open all these sliding glass doors and your house just like flows out into your pool. Do they not have mosquitoes in Los Angeles? Is it like
I don't think so, because it's like a desert climate most of the year.
I guess they have that's why they put Los Angeles there. It's like the perfect little climate, like the perfect spot.
Minus the mud.
But everybody fights to get there. Everybody wants to be there. So a shack is $1 million. That's one of the problems that they face. And every time I see that, I'm like, that seems like a weird thing to have. In Florida,
Yeah, good luck.
Just have mosquitoes just cruising through your house. It would be terrible.
I love it.
Let's see. Here is Green Panda. Did we do this one? I don't think so.
Hey, Sean. Loving the show as always. Just want to chime in on the masks real quickly. I agree with you. The masks are crazy. However, I do like the masks when people are cooking my food. I hate to be a jerk, but I'm sure you've seen when people speak, they do spittle a little bit. I just kind of like that extra protection on my food. That's just me. Anyway, have a great day, guys. See you.
Thank you, Green Panda. Yeah, I was watching last night. Have you guys ever seen the Equalizer movies?
No, you know what? It's so weird you just said that because I was looking it up yesterday.
There's another one coming out.
Equalizer 4?
Yeah, I think they're on 3.
Oh, okay.
Equalizer 3. It's with Denzel Washington. And I love Denzel Washington, and I love the Equalizer movies. I think, to me, personally, they're better than the John Wick movies.
Whoa.
He's the same kind of character.
That's a crazy thing to say.
But he's very, very similar to how John Wick is in the John Wick series. But I like Denzel Washington and the character that he plays so much better. I really dig this series. And the one we were watching last night, the second one in the series, there's a scene where Denzel Washington is trying to get through to this young kid. He's trying to be like a mentor to this young kid.
How can I reach these keys?
He's got a scene where he's got this kid sort of by the scruff of his neck, and he's delivering this intense monologue, and he's like an inch and a half away from this kid's face. And I thought, if I was filming this with him, I would be so uncomfortable this entire time.
I want to kiss you in the mouth.
And I'd be like, this is Denzel Washington right in front of my face. He's like 2 inches from me right now. He was so close. And I was like, watching those movies, I go, this dude is one of the best. He's one of the best out there. And we were watching the first one. Can you tell me when the first one came out, Josh?
2014.
Okay, 2014 was the first one. And now here we are 9 years later, and they're going to do the third one, and Denzel Washington looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. Black don't crack. It's not for him. It's not whatever he's got going on over there. That dude, he looks exactly the same as he did. How old is Denzel Washington?
Great question.
Yes, right now.
I think he's in his 60s, maybe.
All right, Josh.
62.
All right.
63.
68.
Is he
No
really?
Yes, way.
That dude looks so young for his
him.
age. That's wild, man. That series is so good if you haven't seen that. All right, we're going to do Brofro as a dispatch.
Listen, man, 10 years I've been listening to your station. I've left a lot of dispatches. I know this little change is going to throw you for a mini loop, but you'll get over it, and everything will be fine. Man, change is bad.
Not always.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it's fine. We're going to figure it out. I'm not worried about it, The only thing I said was, like, let's take our time here. When we change things up tomorrow, we'll have some awkward moments. I'll probably lose my mind. I can't guarantee that I'm not going to. I like everything to be perfect on this show. And
As do I. Can't wait.
When things
I have
don't
to
go
leave
perfectly,
my house, not at 10:50
that
a.m.
is unfortunate. That is not
But I'm
great.
excited to see my brethren. I don't know what it's going to be like to talk to absolutely nobody ahead of me and have C Lane right behind me, but okay.
The arrangement
I haven't
here-
touched that board in years.
So we'll kind of paint this picture for you guys what tomorrow's going to be like. So Sabrina's back at HQ, and she's in the master control room for the radio station. She is facing forward, right? And she's got a board in front of her looking into a room where there's probably going to be other people like doing show prep and stuff just like randomly. But you're talking to C-Lane, who will be behind your back in another studio where he can barely see what's going on.
That's right.
And I will be here and watching both of them on a monitor that's in front of me so we can all see each other. So perfect.
It's what we call an ideal setup.
Yeah, it's perfect arrangement. This is, if you could just draw it from scratch and have the best flow possible, this is what you'll be going for. On the contrary, they'll be at the studio where the audio should be just fine. Once we sort out the levels a little bit, we're going to make the video look just as good. And then eventually, the ultimate goal for this show is something we've always talked about, something that's always been on the back burner, is to be able to do this show from wherever we want and make it look similar and sound similar wherever we are. So if Sabrina's in Mexico City and she's got a microphone and a camera set up and you don't even know where anybody is.
And we did do it from a moving RV. So
We did?
The possibility is there.
We've been to other countries and done the show. We can do this show from all different places, and we will adjust. But it might be a little weird for a little bit of time tomorrow. We'll see how all that goes. TheNewsJunkie.com is where you go to send us a dispatch. Let's hear from Pool Daddy.
Sean, have you thought that this new move that iHeart is making you do by moving them two back into HQ,
Them two.
allowing you to stay in your studio, not give you money to come back to HQ, and you're having little squabbles with them?
Yeah, you can say that.
Tread lightly, my friend. Eggshells are getting walked on, I think. Wiggle will pop up.
I'm fine with the situation as it is. I don't know if they're fine.
No one's asked.
It's not been an easy month or so because we've been fighting back and forth over some things, but that's fine. Like, I mean, I do this thing, and I don't know if this is effective or not, but I'll be in the middle of a massive rant complaining about something that's from the suits that I think is just absolutely asinine. I'll explain why I think it's asinine, why I think it's bad, why we shouldn't do it. I'll lay out everything, and then they'll go, yeah, but no. And in the middle of it, I'll be like kind of going off and upset and angry, but I'll continue to say, like, look, I respect you, I like you. The suits who are making these decisions are making these decisions outside of this enclosed area where we get this show done all the time. And because they're making these decisions from outside the glass, they don't know what kind of impact those decisions are going to make. And they don't care, honestly. They just don't seem to care about some of that stuff. But I'll tell you what, if I just let the hands go off and let this have a negative effect on the show, then they'll be mad about that, right? So it's like there's no winning in some of this stuff. So I got to keep fighting through all these things, and we'll see what happens. Tam on YouTube says, Sab moving to the studio. How about C-Lane? C-Lane will be there tomorrow as well. They'll both be in there. They just won't be facing each other.
Yeah, love that.
They'll just be facing different directions.
Well, technically, C-Lane's facing the back of her head.
Yes, yeah. He's looking at the back of her head, but she can't see that unless she was like...
Which should be good
around.
for like a back and forth.
Yeah.
Get a mirror in front of you.
We did that.
Yeah, I actually did that trick.
There you go.
Didn't work.
Tried that for a while. We're going to try the video monitor trick and see if we can make this work. But I don't know.
I'm getting a little peeved right now.
What happened?
At the thought of it.
Oh, just the whole thing?
Yeah.
E-Fresh Rocks on Twitch says, first day, nobody listens. You guys, this idea that you have of like boycotting the show to help us out.
Literally will hurt us.
Yeah, it's like the worst idea. It's just, you guys as an audience and in chat and all this stuff, you guys have some bad ideas sometimes. But this is the worst idea you've ever had. The idea that you're like, well, don't listen on day one and we'll punish the suits.
And want to never listen to us again?
Yeah, because this is how you end the show. That's the disaster that we're not looking for, all right? We're looking for success here. We're always looking for success. And I think we could find some sort of solution to this. Maybe even a solution down the road where we can sometimes do stuff from this studio. Sometimes everybody will be in the headquarters studio. Sometimes we're all three in different places. This is radio in 2023, and we should be able to make this happen and put out a high-quality product. I'm irritated with the suits at this company and some of the things that they've forced down on me that I think are just logically absolutely backwards. But we're going to persist. We will be fine. I promise you that. And they're forcing Sean to say this. They're not forcing me to say this. They're not. They were working on trying to force me to say something, but I shut that down real quick. And that is not going to happen moving forward. I'd rather just take every day of vacation that I have and go on my own little protest. But we're not going to have to do that because I think everything is copacetic for now. We'll fight when we have to fight, but right now, maybe everything's cool. We'll find out tomorrow, certainly for sure. What we're going to do right now is take a quick break because we've got to regroup and get ready for some of your dispatches to wrap up the show here on a Wednesday. We've got some information about what happened with that Russian lunar lander and more about these damn robo-taxis. I don't know how this keeps popping up, but it's doing it once again. What's happening? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
If you'd like to sponsor a radio station for $8 a month, we would like our blue check mark back. At Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic is backed up due to an accident on Lee Road, John Young Parkway heading westbound between 1792 and I-4. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Orange Avenue heading southbound between Gore Street and Cayley Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 westbound at Conroy Road. The right shoulder's blocked. You can expect delays due to an accident on Kirkman Road heading northbound at Colonial Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Jeff Martin Auctioneers is hosting a public auction in Kissimmee, Florida on August 29th, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks and trailers, and more. Bid your way live, on site or online. JeffMartinAuctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU 4483.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. Congrats to last week's winner, Joseph. Now, the first person to answer this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your riddle. What starts with a C, ends with a T, is soft and wet on the inside and hairy on the outside? That's right. What starts with a C, ends with a T, is soft and wet on the inside and hairy on the outside. If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm. If you don't win today's riddle, don't worry. You got another shot every Monday. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted Best Downtown Orlando Restaurant 2 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. If you love great food and incredible atmospheres, you're going to love Maxine's on Shine. For more information on location and reservations with my full-hearted recommendation, go to maxinesonshine.com.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0 down and 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of GIGA, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company, brand, product, or service.
Man, we all know it's hot outside. Have you noticed your power bill going crazy? The current cost of energy is higher than it's ever been, and it's going to just keep getting higher. It's going to keep climbing. Solar Source can change that for you. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 60,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's house and my sister's house included, they do a great job. Solar Source makes it easy for a free estimate. Monster listeners, all you got to do is go online and check out the tool they have that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. There's no pressure. There's no salesman. Just you and the facts. That's awesome. You can harness all the power of the sun and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting electricity from the power company. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote today. solarsource.com/monsters. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track.
We're basically going to have to win.
Daytona. A last chance to keep playoff hopes alive.
1 point to the good.
And for fans to experience an event unlike any other. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 25th and 26th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. With over 60,000 complete home repipes, people still ask me, can small leaks really drive up my monthly water bill? Or, Pete, can a small water leak hurt the value of my home? Or, oh, geez, Pete, how can I make sure my home isn't wasting water and harming the environment? If your home is 15 years or older, pipe leaks could lurk behind your walls, wasting precious resources and putting your home at risk for substantial financial loss. Don't let things get worse. Call Repipe Specialists at 844-REPIPE-5 or go to repipe.com today. We're local and affordable and can expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in 1 to 2 days, saving you thousands in costly, ineffective repairs. Plus, call 844-REPIPE-5 now, and for a limited time, you can save 20% and get zero interest financing for 12 months on approved credit. Want a permanent fix and a lifetime warranty? Call 844-REPIPE-5 or visit repipe.com today to schedule your free in-home estimate.
Getting a root canal doesn't have to be a bad experience. Advanced Endodontics are experts in root canals. Why go anywhere else? Their experienced, compassionate staff uses state-of-the-art equipment, offers same-day appointments for emergencies with 5 convenient locations, and no referrals are needed. Advanced Endodontics also offers flexible financing. For more information or to schedule your root canal, go to ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound wall. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. You get to record right on your phone, your laptop, wherever you are, as long as you have a microphone of some sort attached to the device that you're using. Bam, you could send a dispatch. And
what a trivia question, huh? It's getting a lot of the wrong answers.
The response to the trivia question has been an interesting one to follow. And did anybody actually get it right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, I was wondering.
The adults.
Yeah. Come on. You knew exactly what you were doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maxine Sunshine is a lovely place. I would never put them in a position like that.
I'm listening to Sabrina's riddle that she gives out. Do you have it in front of you?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, how did the riddle go again?
All right. Grow up, first of all.
No, Josh was the one who started laughing
I'm going to have to grow up very fast.
What starts with a C, ends with a T, is soft and wet on the inside, and hairy on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, your brain goes right to one place. So.
I'm
Obviously,
not going to laugh.
Something from a tree.
I look over and I see Josh snickering, and then I'm like,
I had to cover, I had to hold my hand up so I didn't see him anymore.
I was like, I know where this is going. This seems like an aggressive one. Okay. I like this new trend that they're doing. I think it's so sweet where generally people do these TikToks or videos where they go up to somebody in the street and they go, hey, how much is the place that you're renting? And they tell them how much, or they go back to the place and look at it. Or they are in a fancy car and the guy will be like, what do you do for a living? And the person will tell their job, and et cetera, et cetera. And this one's kind of cute. This person is going around and he finds old couples and he asks them how they met each other, and like just kind of asks them about their relationship. Have you seen that?
Very cute.
I like
and
this.
Some of them like, we don't want to be bothered.
And I like this because in this one that I'm going to play for you, just to show you this, because you'll see this trend around after this, I'm sure. The guy is who I generally am in these circumstances, And the woman is who I'm trying to be inside these circumstances. Right? So
go on.
The guy with the camera comes up and he's like, "How can I ask you guys a question? How long?" And the old man's like, "We're busy. We're busy. We're working on something. We're late. You know." And he's trying to.
Are they on a street corner?
Yeah. And they're like, he's trying to like dismiss them, like, "Oh,
God,
we're
we have
busy.
the same algorithm.
We don't have time." And the woman stops and she says, "Hey, here's our story."
Would you mind telling me the story of how you first met?
We're really too busy. We are both old rock and rollers, and we met backstage at the Fillmore East. He was working there. I was hanging out.
Okay. And how long ago was this?
About 45, 46 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Final questions. 45 years in, what's your favorite thing about him?
Everything.
What's your favorite thing about her?
She puts up with me.
Okay. What are you most excited for in the future?
Dying.
Spending time with each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever time we have left, spending it with each other.
That is like super sweet and interesting to see.
Yeah, it makes me feel really great. So cool. What's wet on the inside?
They've been together for 45 years. And I don't know why, but I find couples that have been together for a really, really long time to be so adorable and interesting. I don't know.
And then sometimes I'm like, how, dude?
Yeah,
Like there has to be.
Sometimes it's amazing that it's worked.
How do y'all
for him.
figure it out?
But I don't know if we were together when this happened. I don't know if you were there.
Excuse me?
Or not. No, I mean, like it was either that you and Celine were there or you weren't. And I'm not sure. But we went to that restaurant in Disney Springs that was a boat. Remember the boat restaurant there?
Yeah, the boathouse.
And we went to the boathouse. And when we were there, there's a couple that I guess you see around town quite a bit. And they're older and they both wear the same outfit every day. And they both dress up like exactly the same shirt, the same everything.
Cool.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
So
cute.
You don't think that's adorable? They're wearing the matching outfits.
Do you like that?
I would never do that. No, I think.
Wait till you're 85 years old.
There's all kinds of things.
Actually, oh my gosh, I completely forgot. I had a good project going on.
What was your project?
It was years ago, obviously pre-pandemic, where I had, I think, about 10, 12 pictures of you and Courtney wearing the same outfit by accident. That's in my old
used
phone.
to match a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that.
And you want to talk about the old man versus his wife in that clip. And where I'm
We don't
at.
have enough time, please.
Every time that we would match, Courtney and I would be in matching outfits, I would look down and be like, "God damn it!" And she would be like, "This is great."
We did it.
Like, oh God, I got to
And
change
now-
my lens.
Have you started putting out your own clothes, or are you still having her dress you?
She doesn't dress me. No.
She puts out the clothes for you to wear.
No, nobody puts out clothes for me to wear. I walk into my closet and I look at the clothes and I pick something
There
out.
was a time where she would lay out a shirt for you to wear, yes or no?
She's done it before. Like she'd be like, "Oh, you got to go do this tomorrow," and she like get something out for me. But every day I go and pick out a shirt and pick out my stuff.
What
dress
funny
myself.
thing am I going to have on my chest?
Which one of my wacky shirts am I going to wear today?
What drugs?
And then I get my shirt on, and then I'm good.
Did you notice mine today?
What is it?
It was from, I didn't even go to the rock concert, which I think is not nice.
Somebody
but
said
someone bought it for me.
Somebody said
they
is
thought of me.
Sabrina's shirt a metal band that you can't read the name? Oh my God! All right, so it's a pot leaf. What's the rest of it say? Pot is dope on the back. What's the top part though?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is it?
I can't read it.
Is it?
I mean,
Is it
I
a
didn't-
band?
Yeah, it is a band.
What's the band?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, all right.
No, my friend Dan, who went to the show, saw the shirt and said, "I'm going to get that for Sabrina."
You don't see that one everywhere.
It's very nice.
That's
So,
for sure.
Good job, band that I can't read.
Now, question: you wear that here, and who cares, right? Would you be comfortable wearing that back at
iHeart?
At iHeart HQ?
Guess we'll see tomorrow.
Go in with your most offensive shirt, just the one that seems least work friendly, and just drop a couple of bombs. You got to set expectations for them back there. Now, let them know
That'll
what they're
be
dealing
nice to
with.
see the brethren again.
Sure, of course. Yeah, it was nice to see people at that poker tournament this weekend too. Even though I tend to complain through them a little bit.
Oh, you complain through all of the photo shoots. And those pictures are beautiful.
Every single picture.
So awkward.
I do the same pose, and then Sabrina and Fritz were doing a themed pose each time. So you could
Trying to change it up, man.
You could flip through them, and I would be like a flip book. I'm just barely moving a little bit.
But then Sabrina's awkward ass, like where they wanted a picture of just us three, and then before I knew it, like I had done the wraparound, but it was Sean, and he's like, "That's too much." I'm like, "You're right, that's too much. What am I doing right here?"
It's weird. You got to try to figure out what to do each time, where you put your hands and all this stuff. These
You
seem
just
like
have your
simple
hands in your pocket, and you have your lower teeth out a little bit more.
Just a little bit, same pose every single time. And there was one guy, this was one of the most brutal things that's ever happened at a radio event like this. He's walking down the line, and all the radio shows are there to take pictures with people. We took pictures with all kinds of people. It was a big crowd out there. And one guy, as he's walking by Sabrina, Fritz, and I, he makes direct eye contact, and he just walks right past where he's supposed to take a photo, still making direct eye contact, and he walks into the poker tournament.
And then his wife behind him was like,
right?
"Is this where we go?" And I go, "Okay, so you took pictures with Jim Colbert Show and the Monsters, completely skipped us.
Walked
Got
right
it.
past us and made eye contact the whole time. Like, I want you guys to see. I want you to see what's happening.
We
here."
hate the middays.
All right, quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today, we're to wrap everything up for a Monday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. It's like a Viking funeral on the radio. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. You can expect hot afternoon highs in the low 90s today. Feels like temperatures well into the triple digits. Rain chances stay very, very low today through the really middle of the week. All thanks to now Tropical Cyclone 9 that formed in the Gulf of Mexico. That's robbing us from all of our moisture today. So we are hot and humid for the next few. Have a great rest of your day. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. It's Sizzly time at Wawa. And you know what that means? All your favorite Sizzlies are just 2 for $5. Like their new Pancake Sizzly. Great mornings start at Wawa.
Single time. One thing a lot of you might not know is your electric bill is up to like 70 or 70+% of your air conditioning is up to 70+% of your electric bill. So if you're seeing really high numbers right now, it could simply be that your AC is inefficient and that it's not working the way that it should be. But the folks at Mills Air are ready to help you out. They have something called preventative maintenance at Mills Air, and they can assist you with this and go through, look at your AC up and down, make sure everything's working the way that it's supposed to. Or if you happen to need a new AC, don't worry. You're in good hands with them. They got financing for basically everybody out there. And they're a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. What does that mean? That means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Their phone number is 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Wow, is this a party? Yeah, it's the IKEA 80th anniversary sale, and we've got over 1,000 offers on our items. College students and teachers save 15% in store, or anyone can save 20% off all desks in store and online.
15% on everything. I'm getting ready for college.
Bring your roommate and anyone else who wants great savings. Hurry in store or go to IKEA-USA.com to save through 9/5. Offers valid in U.S. until 9/5. Student-teacher offer in-store only with valid ID on home furnishing purchases of up to $3,000 pre-tax. Other restrictions apply. See store on IKEA-USA.com for all details.
If you're a pro painter, do you know how much don't tell you is their starting price is too high to begin with. If you buy paint from the Home Depot, you're getting the lowest price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Plus, pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
The blockbuster event of the summer is here.
Outrunning a helicopter isn't exactly what I had in mind for my beach getaway.
But this isn't another full-throttle action movie. It's the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Wait, what?
Featuring the action-packed 2023 Nissan Rogue and Nissan Sentra, with sport modes that give the performance of a lifetime.
Stealing my spotlight.
And now comes the real star of the show.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select road trims. Availability is limited, so shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/5/23.
Since 2010, Anheuser-Busch and Carroll Distributing have raised $22 million to support scholarships for families of fallen veterans and first responders through Folds of Honor. For 13 weeks, June 12th through September 4th, Carroll Distributing has donated 13 additional cents for each case of Bud and Bud Light sold in Brevard County. Join the Monsters from Real Radio 104.1 on Friday, September 8th, broadcasting live from the Cocoa Beach Fish Camp as we present Carroll Distributing's additional donation to a Brevard recipient. That's Friday, September 8th at Cocoa Beach Fish Camp starting at 6 a.m. For more info, visit realradiomonsters.com on the events page.
Ow. Okay, it's all right. Let's just start over. And one, and oh.
Ballroom dancing is a lot like saving for retirement.
Okay, class. Switch up partners.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's way easier with someone who knows the right moves. With Fairwinds Credit Union as your dance partner, you can glide into financial freedom by saving more and planning for your future. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free, anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Wendy's BOGO $1 deal is back at participating Wendy's. Buy a Dave Single, spicy chicken sandwich, 10-piece nugs, or medium frosty, and get another for $1. Double your deliciousness. Hurry, this BOGO deal won't last.
Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. And there should be an interesting show tomorrow. Our friend
yeah.
C-Lane is back at HQ.
Hey, our friend.
Right
Hello.
now.
How's it
Welcome
going?
back.
Hey.
How are you feeling there?
Not bad. How are you guys?
Yeah, I know we're hanging in there. Was your baby moon good?
It was a nice time. It was a lovely.
Oh, I could hear it in his voice.
What do you mean, hear it in my voice?
Did you get hammered?
No.
He wasn't allowed to rage. His wife wouldn't let him
There was
rage.
mini rage. There was a little bit of raging.
She wouldn't let him rage because he's got a baby on the way here before too long. And if you are watching, you see that he's back there at the station. He looks beautiful.
What's happening?
Yeah, we could see him on monitors here in the studio as well. And want to take a second
How
here.
did that just move?
And say
it's got a mind of its own.
I want to take a second here and say thanks to our friend Slick, who has been helping us out today back in the studio. And by the way, we had like a catastrophe unfolding secretly during the show. And
My God.
Slick was like back there sorting everything out. Thank God.
Poor dude.
Otherwise,
Good guy.
all of you would have left the show today. So we love you, Slick.
Oh,
We
I heard about
appreciate
that.
you. Yeah, okay, don't get me started.
All right, buddy.
I got a whole rant lined up and ready to go, but I will not do that. Okay, all the dispatches made the cut. All the stories made the cut. Let's just get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, August 21st, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. And thank you, Josh, for helping us out today. Always,
it's an honor.
always fun to hang out with you. You did a great job, as always.
Look at me at Mega Desk
You
here.
really did it.
Yeah.
Decent
There you
producer.
go. Yeah. All right, here we go. Today I learned this band right here. Radiohead is correct. C-Lane nabs it.
This
Today I
guy
learned
shows up.
Some copies of Radiohead's Kid A album have a secret booklet hidden under the black CD tray. And you only know if you look for this. The ones that have it are worth way more money. And they said after the stress of promoting Radiohead's 1997 album, OK Computer, they wanted to come up with some clever ideas to do stuff for the fans. And one was to put this secret booklet in only some of the albums. Today I learned in Japanese, a euphemism for getting your period is the arrival of Matthew Perry.
In that case, Matthew Perry arrived for me yesterday.
In Russian, euphemism is I got the Red Army. Another one is the painters are in.
Mine is riding the cotton pony.
In South Africa, they say granny's stuck in traffic.
Ew, so gross.
And in Italy, they say I have a flood. And
I have a flood.
In Germany, they say strawberry week. It's strawberry week.
The arrival of Matthew Perry is the best one.
Oh, it's a strawberry week.
The arrival of Matthew Perry is such a weird and strange one. I'm trying to make sense of this.
He's here and he's drunker than ever.
I guess so. Okay, and finally, today I learned this guy right here.
Oh, that's Matthew.
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald
Damn
is
it.
correct.
Matthew
Today I
Perry.
learned Michael McDonald sang the high notes for the song Up There in the South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut soundtrack. And he was the only one they could find that could properly hit the notes they were looking for. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thanks again, Josh. Thanks,
Thank you.
C-Lane.
Thanks,
got it.
C-Lane.
And we got
Slicky.
a whole lot more for you. If you're in West Palm Beach, Rover is up next. In Dallas, you got more great content on the way. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's all on the way, and it's all coming up next on Real Radio.
Is blocked. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 westbound between Longwood Lake Mary Rest area and State Road 434. The left lane is blocked. You could expect delays due to an accident on Orange Avenue heading southbound between Gore Street and Cayley Street. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles. Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by KFC.
Attention, Orlando. Do you crave juicy, tender, packed with flavor fried chicken? If so, grab KFC's 3-piece tenders and biscuit for just $5. Get your craving on at a KFC near you. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.